Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first ever broadcast of a brand new little online-only network called Spoon River Online Sports. I'm B.J. Stone alongside Jason Rockhold. We'll be here for the rest of the regular football season, giving you a different Prairie Land Conference game each and every Friday night. And we're excited to be back in the broadcast booth. You know both of us from radio in the past, and we hope to be back there again someday. But you know what? This online sports deal is pretty cool. We're glad to be part of it. Tonight we're in Knoxville for a game between the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans and the Knoxville Blue Bullets. It's the first conference game of the Prairie Land season. This is a Blue Division game between a couple of teams that have been, Jason, the best two teams in this division for the last several years.
Yeah, they have. Both teams coming off a very good record last year. Elmwood,
I should say along with Farmington.
Well, at
the top of it.
Absolutely. Elmwood came in and finished here 9-2 last year. Knoxville finished at 7-3, and they've been bitter rivals, if you will, the last few years. Both teams have been at the top of their game, and it should be an exciting matchup. This plays right into Elmwood's hand, wet field. They're going to run, and then run a few more times. So
that's right.
Knoxville has shown the tendency in the last couple of years to spread it out and throw the ball. So we'll see how that factors into the game plan tonight with a little mist and mid-50s and some wind coming.
We're very glad to be at Dennis Larson Field in Knoxville. They opened it here about 3 years ago. The national anthem is happening right now, so we'll take a quick break for that. Knoxville High School Band with their national anthem here tonight. And Jason, we'll tell the folks a little bit about how this all came about, actually. Just a few weeks ago, the football season started. We weren't doing games, and I got a call from a couple of coaches, talked to a couple of fans who said, "What are you guys doing?" And this idea was born. We made a few phone calls. I'd like to thank the folks at Monocle's Pizza in Canton, Jim Carter, Brad Denny at Spoon River Speedway, Kim Newbern at the American Grill, Mark Perkins at Perkins Seed House, Tom Benoit at the Canton Hy-V, Dave Fulton at Lynn Lanes, Lori Martin at Dempster Insurance, and Josh Alexander at CFE, the team store. Thank each and every one of them for supporting this and sponsoring it. We've got more sponsors to join the little network next week, and we're very excited about it. Give us some feedback. I know some of you have my phone number to text information to, and some of the guys are texting Rock, and Duck says we're loud, huh?
We're getting some feedback on the computer end, and we will work out those difficulties with
That's
the server.
Probably his computer.
And the provider, yeah. Fix your computer, Duck. It's broken.
So throughout the season, we'll bring you Prairie Land Conference action that is not on the radio, give you an opportunity to hear some games that aren't being broadcast by one of the local stations. If you're looking for the Farmington game tonight, WRMS.com, and that's Larry Boswick down in Beardstown, and they'll have the Farmington-Beardstown game tonight, another key Blue Division game to kick off the season.
Yeah, it is. And Farmington's struggling here in the early going. They lose a lot. Coach Mark sat down and he resigned. Time to enjoy some time with his grandkids, and this is more of a rebuild year than anything.
Ironically, the former Knoxville coach, Toby Vallis, is now the head coach in Farmington. His longtime assistant for 9 years, Ryan Hebert, is in his fourth season, actually, just started his fourth season here at Knoxville since replacing Toby. And we've got on the sidelines the familiar figure Todd Hollis of the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans, been the head man since 1999, been to the playoff 9 times in the last 10 years. It was something interesting. A couple years ago, Knoxville had 2 losses all year, and they were both to Elmwood-Brimfield. They lost in the regular season by a single point. They lost, I think, by a dozen in the playoffs. Last year, Elmwood-Brimfield had 2 losses, both to Farmington, as the Farmers rolled through last year with some excellent results.
I got to ask you something. Looking at the Elmwood coach, I'm going to blank, Coach Hollis, 93 and 59 in his now 16th year. at what point does a college maybe look to pick someone up like him and let him advance up through the ranks and see what he's made of?
No, I'm sure he's been asked before, and if he has been asked, I'm sure he's responded with his result, and that the result has been, at least I know that he's talked to several different high schools, quite happy where he's at with the position he's at in that town, Elmwood, where he lives, and Elmwood-Brimfield, the team he coaches.
My favorite thing about Coach Hollis is shirt and tie every game, old school. I love it.
Now, it's going to be an interesting dichotomy here tonight because these two teams were loaded last year, and Elmwood-Brimfield still had a lot of juniors play last year and a lot of good seniors, but they still have a senior-dominated lineup. Only one offensive starter is not a senior.
Same with defense.
And meanwhile, on the other side of the coin, only 3 seniors came out for football in Knoxville total. One of those is injured. Only 2 of them will see time tonight, and the rest of the lineup, well, on offense, there's 2 senior starters. On defense, there's only 1 senior starter. They even have a freshman starting on defense, and a big kid at that.
6'1", 290.
Tanner Warren. 6'1", 290, just a freshman. But they have 9 juniors, and 2 seniors starting on offense through these Knoxville Blue Bullets. And we were just chatting with some of their folks before the game. They knew they had to be 1-1 in the opening part of their non-conference schedule. They really think they've got to win one of the next 2 weeks, either this game tonight or against Farmington. They've got to pick up 2 more wins because they've got some non-conference games at the end of the year that are very tough. You have to win 5 to even be considered for the playoffs. They'd like to win 6 so they get themselves in for certain.
Well, yeah, 6 is a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee anymore, but 6 is more of a guarantee than 5. And looking at their schedule going forward, EB tonight, obviously here at home. Then they go to Farmington and to Beardstown. Both of those schools, actually the next 3 schools with Havana in week 6. Those 3 schools right now have a combined record of 0-6. Not a good start for any of the Prairie Land. The
Prairie Land has really had a very poor start to the season. We'll get into that as the night goes on. National Anthem has been played. The coin toss has happened. The 2 teams are starting to take the field. And we'll introduce starters as soon as they get onto the field. We're at Dennis Larson Field in Knoxville. It's a north to south field. From the south end of the field, kicking to the north end will be Knoxville to start this game. Elmwood-Brimfield will receive. The kicker for the Blue Bullets is number 22, Ty Houston, a 180-pound junior.
The young man does everything.
He's a kicker, he's the punter, and he starts both offensively and defensively. Probably doesn't get off the field very much.
No.
But you expect that out of a number 22. I didn't get off the field very much either back in my day. That wasn't necessarily an indicator that there was high quality there. They just had nobody else.
They had 13 guys on your team.
Yeah. Once again, thanks to Monocle, Spoon River Speedway, American Grill, Perkins Seed House, Hy-Vee, Lynn Lane, Dempster Insurance, CIP, the Team Store, as we get ready for our first ever online broadcast on the brand new Spoon River Online Sports Network. Back deep to receive for the Trojans, number 20, Lane Wyatt, the speedster. It's a low line drive kick coming to the near side, down to the 17, between the legs of Kyle Totten, but he picks it up. He had an 85-yard return for a touchdown last week against Anawan-Wethersfield, but he won't go 85 yards this time. As a matter of fact, he'll go about 5.
Yeah, that was about 81 yards short of that return.
And to the 22-yard line is where the Trojans will start offensively. Their quarterback is 180-pound senior Michael Houlihan. Their fullback, Jacob Sullenberger, number 23, a 180-pound senior. A pair of senior halfbacks, Donovan McCoy, number 5, and Lane Wyatt, the speedster, number 20. They run a very tight offensive formation. They have for years, and a lot of misdirection. The line has no spacing whatsoever, and the halfbacks line up off the ends of the tight end. Here's the first pitch going far side to the left goes Wyatt. Wyatt behind the blocker, springs free for a first down, and then some pushed out of bounds up near the 40-yard line. And the tackle on the play.
That was number 44, Jake Senefield. Outside backer came across the field. He was over here in front of the Knoxville sideline. He went across the field to take him out of bounds. About the 35-yard line. Wyatt went upfield farther out of bounds than it looked for us. And
Benefield will be seen on the offense as a fullback for Knoxville as well. Handoff this time goes to Donovan McCoy, 4 yards over the right side, making a 2nd and 6. The tight ends for Elmwood-Brimfield, Kyle Totten, 155-pound senior with speed. Brad Demon, 185-pounder, more the blocking tight end. Where's number 90? We'll get to the offensive line after this play. As you know, Elmwood-Brimfield doesn't take a lot of time between plays. There's a second handoff and a row to McCoy going left to right across the formation. Picks up about a yard, maybe 2, up to the 41-yard line and bring up a 3rd down and 4. The line in front of these running backs Brad Novak at 280. Brock Asbell at 225. Sean Wilbur at 200. Here's a handoff to Wyatt, picking his way through the line, and he's got a first down up near midfield at the 49, a gain of about 8. Brian Gillis and Andrew Jordan fill out that offensive line. Jason, it goes 200, 225, 225, 275, and 280.
Well, it's ironic to have the biggest guy just tackle. You take their guards, because in a lot of high school football, your tackles are moving. And with the Elmwood-Brimfield, these tackles got to be pretty agile because they're up and moving every play very quickly.
There's a quick pitch to Wyatt. He cuts it back, and he's got another first down into Knoxville territory down to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 11 yards. So McCoy has 2 short runs, and Lane Wyatt has 3 runs of longer yardage. Another first down for the Trojans at the 40-yard line of Knoxville. Just underway here in the first quarter from Knoxville. 10:40 to play, quarter number 1.
Trojans make it very tough for defenses to substitute. They're up and running in 3, 4, 5 seconds to get a play. That's
first time through Sollenberger. The fullback picks up 4 down to the 36. The starters for Knoxville on defense across the line: Tanner Warren, the 290-pound freshman, junior Alec Lester, senior Alex Mallory, and junior Logan Golnick. There's Sullenberger right through the middle. Another first down, punches it all the way down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 10 more yards for Jake. Tackle on the play by inside linebacker Jake Benefield, who's a junior. Blake Hennenfent is actually one of the captains, also just a junior, and starts at an inside linebacker position. And but went to somebody, still waiting to see who's got the ball. You couldn't tell right there.
I'm sorry, not 6'8", Houlihan.
Houlihan kept it that time. And now he runs over to the sideline. This is about as long as they take between plays as he jogs to the far hash to get the call. He picked up 5 at 2nd and 5 right around the 20-yard line.
They ran the same play 4 plays in a row, an inside toss, and there it is again. Now the quarterback's the lead blocker.
And here goes Wyatt to the left side. Lane Wyatt going to be shoved out of bounds, spun out of bounds, close to first down yardage. Elmwood-Brimfield, by the way, in their white uniforms on the road, white jerseys with black pants. They've got black numerals trimmed in orange and black helmets. Meanwhile, Knoxville is dressed in navy from top to bottom, helmets, jerseys, and pants, and socks. And they've got the old gold numerals trimmed in white. It's a first down inside the 15-yard line, and here come the Trojans. Houlihan rolls to pass. A wobbler to the right side is knocked away. A nice defensive play by Sandoval.
His free safety came up and knocked that down. Good job there to not create pass interference.
And the rest of the defensive starters we haven't gotten to. Outside linebackers are Jake Chrisman and Blake Van Beveren for Knoxville. The corners are Ty Houston and Mike Cavanaugh, and the safety is Gabe Sandoval, who just made that nice play. On the edge, it's 2nd down and 10 from the 10-yard line. I said 15. I apologize. They're at the 10. And there's a handoff inside. Doesn't go anywhere at all.
That's number 3, a substitution. Kyle Hershkovich, outside linebacker, coming in and making the tackle.
Ball carrier looks to be number 5, Donovan McCoy. So it's going to be 3rd down and goal from just inside the 10. Pitch to Wyatt. Cuts back across the middle. Dodges one tackler and goes into the end zone for an Elmwood-Brimfield touchdown. How about that 3rd and goal from the 10, and they just stick to their basic bread-and-butter offense and get a big hole up the middle for a 10-yard touchdown.
The quarterback takes 1 step back with his inside foot and just tosses to the running back running right in front of him, and then the quarterback stands there, and they run the same play back and forth, one side to the other. And it's like you said, it's their bread and butter. It's way too easy. But they get up, they do the same thing over and over, they do it well, and they do it every 3 or 4 seconds.
And they just turned it into the game's first touchdown with 9:07 to play in the first period. 6-0 Elmwood-Brimfield over the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Extra point attempt is up and good by Houlihan. 7-0 the score. Elmwood-Brimfield scores it in 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Touchdown to Wyatt on a 10-yard run. Time for you to join the fun at Lynn Lanes. Another season of league bowling is underway at Lynn Lanes, and it's not too late to get your team together to join in the good times. They got openings on Wednesday, a couple of them. They got a couple openings on Thursday, which we're part of that league.
Yeah, we bowl in those.
Lynn Lanes features leagues for all ages and skill levels, or if you just want to have fun with friends and family, you can visit during open bowling, too. Enjoy the terrific snack bar with all kinds of great food, and in the bar, enjoy sports on the flat screens or try your luck on the XL Entertainment slot machines at Lynn Lanes on East Lynn in Canton. Roll on in for big-time fun. Hy-Vee in Canton is a proud supporter of all sports and extracurricular activities at our area schools. The Canton Hy-Vee is open 24 hours for your convenience and never takes a day off except for Christmas.
That's it.
To supply your family's needs. Check out the award-winning bakery with the best bagels around, or grab some great meals at the deli. And make sure you have your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card, too. Get you great discounts on gasoline at Casey's General Store. When you shop at your Canton Hy-Vee, the friendly staff are your neighbors. They're there to serve you. Canton Hy-Vee on North Main in Canton. Thanks to them for sponsoring our events. And now kickoff time for Elmwood-Brimfield. Number 82 to do the kicking is Bob Hall, a junior, tight end. And he sends it down to about the 30-yard line on a short kick and a nice run back for Knoxville. Didn't catch a number on the return man.
The return man was number 41.
That's Chrisman.
And he received the ball at the 25 and was able to get out right through the 40-yard line, 15-yard short kick.
So a nice return by one of the up men, who's also the long snapper, Jake Chrisman. He's a busy guy, too. Starting quarterback for Knoxville is Gabe Sandoval, some 170-pound junior. His halfbacks are Ty Houston and Blake Van Beveren, and his fullback is Jake Benefield, and they are all underclassmen, all from the junior class here at Knoxville. A young team, going to take slicks early, hope to get better as the season goes on. Here's a pitch coming near side is Houston, running right to left across the Elmwood-Brimfield formation. He picks up 5 yards to the 45-yard line.
Houston might be the tallest running back in the conference at 6'4", 180. He looks like a starting center out there.
Reminds me of the old Minnesota Gopher, Darrell Thompson, 6'4", 215 tailback.
That's a big boy. You're seeing a much different offense here. Knoxville, with their splits on the offensive line, are about as flight as you can get. They're about three feet each way.
Strong side pitch to Houston again. He'll take it over midfield. First down all the way to the Elmwood-Brimfield 47. Two nice offensive plays for Knoxville, gaining 14 yards. They actually marked it at the 46, and it's first down, Blue Bullets. That time they came out with the tight end on the left and two receivers on the left, really loaded up that left side and came to the near side of the field with it.
Yeah, they ran right into the short side, which is unusual to see.
This time they send one wide receiver way outside to the right, double wings off the tight ends, and a lone setback. Handoff goes across the formation to Blake Van Beveren. He will get stopped in the backfield. A nice play defensively by Elmwood-Brimfield's number 47, Hales. Tight ends for Knoxville, number 18, Matt Kurgan, number 19, Jagger Johnson, is one of only two seniors in the starting lineup. Their offensive line consists of Alec Lesser, Alex Mallory, Blake Hennenfeld, and Logan Gornick going both ways, and Dan Corbin plays offense only. He's a junior guard, weighs 190 pounds. Here's Sandoval on the option, cuts it up inside, keeps it himself, and gets back past the original line of scrimmage, and then some, down to the Elmwood-Brimfield 42-yard line, bringing up a 3rd down and 7.
That was a great fake there by Sandoval. He faked McCoy, he faked the pitch, and McCoy didn't keep contained. He bit on the pitch, and then Sandoval was able to turn it upfield and pick up 7 rather than a loss to the pitch man.
The 3 down interior linemen for Elmwood-Brimfield, big fellas, 215-pound Nick McCoy, 200-pound Sean Wilburn, and right in the middle, it is Cameron Passy at 270 pounds.
Yeah, you're not moving him.
Here it comes, near side, 22, Houston with the carry, dodges one tackle, gets a little help from one of his fellow halfbacks, Van Beveren, coming back to help out, but Sullenberger runs down the play, and a short gain of 1 to the 41 brings up a 4th and 6 for Knoxville. Jake Johnson and Donovan McCoy are the defensive ends for Elmwood-Brimfield. Their linebackers, Sullenberger, Gillis, and Fales. And in the backfield, Lane Wyatt, Kyle Totten, Thomas Bowers plays defense only, number 34. 4th down and 6, and they were going for the hard count to try to get one of the defensive guys to jump.
I don't know who jumped.
Lineman went out first.
Yeah, they're gonna call that on. You've got the offensive formation in front of you. 55, I believe, jumped.
Well, Hennenfeld was a center, so if it was not him, it was Logan Golick, number 51, probably.
51, I'm sorry.
And that'll bring up a 4th and 10, and that makes the decision much easier for the coaching staff of the Blue Bullets. They will have to punt. Ty Houston drops back. Jake Crispin moves in to be the long snapper. And Houston's back around his own 45-yard line. Back deep, you've got Wyatt and Totten for Elmwood-Brimfield. Punt goes to the near side to Wyatt. He calls for a fair catch, and he muffs it. Loose ball, but Lane Wyatt's able to fall on it at around the 10-yard line.
Good
Right
angle.
through his hand.
Yeah, it was. That was a great angle punt there by Houston into the sideline. Didn't give him much of a return alley and let his return defense set up well. And that could be an issue tonight. Wet ball, wet field. Kids haven't played in that yet this year, even though
it sprinkled a little bit this afternoon. The field's damp.
Even though we've had 6 inches of rain in the last 4 days. Last Friday, conditions were beautiful. So
6:23 to go in the first as Elmwood-Brimfield takes back over, leading in this game 7-0. And they've got 90 yards between themselves and pay dirt right now, so they'll start from their own 10. A good punt that time by Ty Houston of Knoxville. Elmwood-Brimfield, Trojans, consistent playoff performers in the last 4 years. I did the records today. Coach Hollis is 36-9, as this is year number 5 of the Prairie Land in its current formation. 36-9.
That's pretty good. That'll get you a raise.
This one goes up inside the McCoy, I do believe, number 5. Donovan McCoy on the carry. Over right guard, picks up maybe 3 out to the 13. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
You can see number 3 in there. That's Kyle Hershkovich. He's now in full time at the left outside linebacker. He was going for the strip there.
Handoff goes to Sullenberger, the fullback, and he's wrapped up instantly
by Hennepin. Blake Hennepin, number 55, from the inside backer. He didn't bite on the fake or follow the lineman. He went straight through the ball and made a good open field tackle there. 3rd and 5 now.
Gain of only 1.5 yards, 3rd and long 5 here. They got to get to the 20 for a first down to keep this drive alive. And they come up with double tight end, lone fullback right behind the quarterback, the 2 halfbacks off the backs of the tight end. Dropping back to pass is Houlihan. He connects out here on the near side, and that should be Brad Demon with the catch. Nope, check that 88 Johnson in there at tight end spot, 6'2", 175-pound senior. Starts on defense. I didn't have him listed as an offensive starter, so he's in for Demon right now. Makes a nice catch out to the 25 and a gain of 11 and a first down.
That's something number 12, Gabe Sandoval, the free safety / quarterback. Can't let that happen. He has one guy contain the tight end on a pass, and he didn't. I got burned.
Look out. Here comes Sullenberger. He had a hole over right guard, took off right up to the 40-yard line, another first down and a gain of 14. From the 26 to the 40 goes Jacob Sullenberger, the senior fullback.
Tackled down the field a ways by Hennepin. That's his 5th tackle here in the early going.
Now Crispin's in at defensive end or outside linebacker again. Must be Houston's getting a rest on defense. No, he's on the right side. There's a pitch to Wyatt heading towards Ty Houston. Gets a block down the sideline and swung out of bounds inside Knoxville territory, about the 43-yard line by Ty Houston, and a gain of about 16 yards and another first down.
Yeah, Houston did the right thing, just ran him out of bounds. Didn't get him late or deep, just kind of a shove out of bounds.
Give him 17 there to the Knoxville 43, and Elmwood-Brimfield has taken no time at all to drive half of those 90 yards. Oh, a big hit in the backfield. Just checking in, his first carry was Corey Hart, a junior running back, and he got smoked.
Jake Benefield blitzed through the backside, and there was a hole you and I could have ran through side by side. That's a good-sized hole.
A very rare mistake by the offensive line of Elmwood-Brimfield that somebody actually got penetration right there. 2nd down and 13, it puts it back at the Knoxville 45-yard line. So many plays to run when these two teams play because neither one of them huddles. Quickly into the pocket goes Houlihan. He fires it out left side, deflected by Ty Houston, knocked away from the intended receiver, and that was Brad Demon.
Now, if you're Houston there, do you try and get that pick, or do you think he just deflected it because he could just get his backhand on it?
Well, I think he was just trying to get something on it because of that. As you said earlier, you don't want to go for an interception on a wet field, have it slide right between your hands, and give up a touchdown either.
Michael Kavanaugh, number 25, just checked back in.
3rd down and 13.
I bet they run.
They've been known to do that about 90% of the time. Just inside of 5 minutes to go here in the first period. Elmwood-Brimfield up by a score of 7-0, looking like they are the same juggernaut that we've seen for several years. There's Lane Wyatt spinning off the first tackle inside the 40 down to the 38. That'll still be well short of a first down, but the way that the Trojans play the game, that's 4-down territory anyway. And down to the 39-yard line, bringing up a 4th and 9.
Sandoval came up from the secondary to make that tackle. Good open field tackle there by Sandoval. He actually hit him hard and wrapped up and was able to bring Wyatt down.
Instead of punting on 4th and 9, Elmwood-Brimfield going to go for it from the Knoxville 39-yard line. Back to pass Houlihan, drops, steps, throws, way down the middle, looking for Demon just over the head of Brad Demon, and a flag back here around the 43-yard line.
He had Demon open. Demon had a step on Sandoval, or on Houston rather, and just overthrew it.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's a hold called on Elmwood-Brimfield. That'll be declined, and Knoxville will take over on their own 39-yard line. Trojans go from their own 10 into Knoxville territory, but the blue bullet stiffened just inside midfield.
Having a little technical difficulty here with BJ's headset. BJ's going to take my headset now while I get his working.
Keep wiggling on it and see if you can get it to work. Hopefully it will. Yeah, just to shorten one of the wires there. We apologize for that. Here comes the first down play, and Sandoval will pitch it right side. Big hit in the backfield and a quick 2-yard loss. Will bring up a 2nd and long for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Shooting in from the far side was Jake Johnson, number 88, to make the hit. And that puts them back in a 2nd and 11 situation back at their own 36-yard line. That might be working again. No? 2nd down, 11, 37-yard line for Knoxville. Pitch goes to Ty Houston. He tries to cut back against the grain. The ball popped loose right into the hands in midair of one of the interior defenders for Elmwood-Brimfield. 54 makes the recovery. That is Brian Gillis, actually the middle linebacker. That hit came on Houston. The ball popped right up in the air, and it went right into the hands of Gillis. So it's 1st down, Elmwood-Brimfield. They forced a turnover. They take over on the Knoxville 36-yard line. We're still working on this. Oh, there we got something. We found the break.
We found it.
All right.
I'm back.
Quickly throwing again. Elmwood-Brimfield tossing the ball a lot so far in this game as Houlihan tried to get it over the top
it's intercepted.
of one defender to Brad Demon, and it's picked off on the far side by Knoxville, and it's Blue Bullets ball right back. They both turn it over once. Did Houston come up with the pick? He's the corner on that side. Yep.
Yes, Houston did. Great job. He did the tip drill to himself. That's fantastic.
Tyler Houston tipped it in the air, made the catch, and at their own 25-yard line, Knoxville takes back over. So both teams exchange turnovers here with 3:40 to go in period number 1, 7-0 in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield.
That was a beautiful play there by Houston. He was beat, was able to leap up and tip it to himself, and then have the wherewithal to stay inbounds on the far sideline.
He did a great job. Sandoval slips as he drops back in the pocket to pass, and that's a big loss. And the sack is recorded by the turf.
The turf monster got him. Yeah. Step, drop, and slide.
Dropped him to the 20.
Somebody should tell Sandoval you're not supposed to do the slide throw as you're dropping back.
Generous spot, too, because he fell clearly at the 18, but they marked it at the 20. Because some crews just like the white lines.
3 and 25 checking back in. That's Kavanaugh and Hirschkevitz, both now playing both ways. That's kind of a double negative. Both now both.
Both now both.
Yep.
Out of the shotgun. First time we've seen that tonight. Fires it out left side to Houston over his head. Sandoval missed him with the pass, and it goes to 3rd and 15. And there was pressure not only on Sandoval, but for Elmwood-Brimfield, the cornerback, number 7, Totten, came up quickly and forced that high errant throw.
Who came out to cover? Wilbur, the defensive tackle, came out late to cover the receiver. He was open, and that was kind of a wide receiver screen. Houston lined up in the left slot and did a bubble screen and was just overthrown.
3:19 to go in the first, and either they exchanged footballs or they went ahead and wiped that one down before they brought it back out to the middle of the field. But they put it back at the 20. It's 3rd down and 15. Out of the shotgun again with 2 wide receivers left and 3 to the right, empty backfield. Instant pressure on Sandoval, and down he goes. If you're going to go with an empty set, you've got to have the linemen to do a good job, and Elmwood-Brimfield just outnumbered them. 6 guys coming, only 5 guys blocking, and that leads to a sack back at the 15-yard line. It'll bring up a 4th and 20. Excellent defensive call to bring pressure by Elmwood-Brimfield. You know what they always say about the prevent defense? It only prevents one thing. A win.
Well, yeah. And then Chicago Bears are great at playing prevent defense.
Keep the pressure on, and that's what Elmwood-Brimfield did on that play. Ty Houston drops back to punt. Lane Wyatt waits for it. A lone setback here. Wyatt at the 50. He punts it away from Wyatt, hits at the 40, rolls to about the 46, and goes dead right at the 45. Actually, as a roll back a yard. So from the Knoxville 45-yard line, Elmwood-Brimfield takes over for their 4th possession here in the first quarter. They have a touchdown, a drive stalled on downs, and an interception. With 2:36 to play, they get it one more time. Hey, real quick, for a great meal with that delicious home-cooked taste, head to the American Grill on 5th Avenue in Canton. The American Grill features daily lunch specials, weekend dinner specials, and they now have expanded their home delivery to Norris, Dunfermline, and St. David. And the American Grill is excited to announce the opening of a new location coming soon to Bartonville. It'll be right there on Garfield Street in Bartonville. Same great food, same great service, same sassy waitresses. The American Grill.
Oh, that's just to the T.
5th Avenue in Canton. Give them a call, 647-3613. First play of this drive, and lowering his head to deliver the blow is Donovan McCoy. At the end of that run, he just dropped his head and buried one of the cornerbacks for the Blue Bullets, but he got a first down all the way down to the Knoxville 32-yard line.
He buried the opposing quarterback, Sandoval, just dropped his shoulder and ran right through him.
There's a handoff again to McCoy. He'll move forward for a couple of yards right down to the 30, 2nd down and 8.
Tried to jump over number 77, the offensive lineman, and Hennepin was there to get him before he could get back to his feet.
No huddles.
They all have wristbands.
They all have wristbands. Houlihan goes to the sideline, gets the number, hollers it out off of his wristband. They come up. They have one guy split wide right this time, but then they run it to the left with Wyatt. Oh, somebody had hold of his jersey, but he broke free, cuts back across the goal, and he's going to go all the way. 30-yard touchdown for Lane Wyatt, who was actually caught back in his own backfield, broke that tackle, and when he did, he cut back across the middle and against the flow of the defense and went all the way for a 30-yard score. Elmwood-Brimfield's second of the night.
That was not a good open field tackle there by 41, Jake Chrisman, who blew up the play in the backfield, was able to get there, and then tried to arm tackle him. And, well, you can't do that to Wyatt, even though Wyatt stands in at 5'8", 165. He's tough to bring down.
Well, he is slippery. It's actually, I called Houlihan on the extra point last time. He's actually holding, and the kicker, Bob Hall,
that's good,
makes the extra point to make it 14-0 with 1:53 to play in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us on our first broadcast on Spoon River Online Sports. We also like to thank Spoon River Speedway, who wishes best of luck to all area sports teams this fall. And as the 2014 racing season comes to a close, we invite you to come out and spend one of the last 3 Saturdays in September with us at Spoon River Speedway. Tomorrow night, it is the Tom Knowles Memorial, the 30th annual Tom Knowles Memorial Sprint Car Races. Sprint cars, Power I Midgets, UNP Modifieds, all tomorrow at the fastest, smoothest track around, Spoon River Speedway, 7 miles southwest of Banner on Route 24. I love that place.
I hear they have a really good announcer.
He's terrible, but the rest of the facility is awesome.
That announcer's sitting to my left.
Where?
Yeah. Yep.
I look to your other left.
Yeah.
Monocle's Pizza, home of the family pleaser, is the perfect place to go before or after a ball game, or you can call and have them bring the pizza to you. Monocle's Pizza on 5th Avenue in Canton, proud supporter of all area schools, bringing the family or bring the whole team into Monocle's for the best pizza around. Get one tonight. Call 647-1127 for Monocle's Pizza. There's the kickoff from Hall on the far side of the field, and Knoxville hopes it rolls out of bounds, and it does, and a flag flies, and I can't even remember the rule on this thing. Does it go to the 40 now or the 35? Where do they put it?
37 and a half. We'll just split the difference. No, I think it comes out to the 40.
Tell you what, I was in Monocle's yesterday for lunch. Oh, delicious, one-of-a-kind Monocle's crust. You know what?
It's thin.
It's
perfect.
Oh, perfect.
That's the only thing about me that would be thin, so.
Yeah, and what is it about 5th Avenue and the Sassy Crews? Because they got quite the crew there at the Monocle's as well.
They do. And it's a good group of kids there, and can't complain. Can't complain about Jim and the staff and anything they do. Penalty will be at one official put it at the 40. Now the next official picks it up and says, no, we're going to the 35. So the officials don't know either. The rule looks
so it don't feel so bad.
No, 35.
All right, so from the 35, Knoxville will start this possession with 1:53 to go in the first period, and they've got to get something going here. They had a couple of nice plays in their first drive. They're down 14-0. You want to keep it close against this Elmwood-Brimfield team. There's a good opening run. Look at the play in the backfield as the quarterback got nailed behind the play.
Well, and in fairness to Sandoval, that could work against him. He carries out his fake beautifully.
Very well.
And they thought he still had the ball. That's why he could get hurt selling his fake.
Well, Elmwood-Brimfield's also doing their job and staying on their keys if he gets hit.
Wyatt came up out of the secondary there to make that tackle, and a lot of confusion in the secondary. Wyatt and number 7 back there, Cotton, were running around rampant trying to get in position before that play.
That was an 8-yard gain for Houston. He'll get it again. He's got the first down. He's over midfield. They want a flag in the backfield for hitting the quarterback. Both coaches are saying that the quarterback was hit late that time.
He was. In my opinion, he was. And Thomas Bowers came up out of the secondary, and Houston was able to break that tackle to pick up the extra.
Too slow on the
3 or 4 yards for the first down. Now the ball's over midfield.
48-yard line of Knoxville. I was going to say,
big momentum swing.
You're carrying out your keys, and they hit the quarterback with maybe a step too slow. You got to be careful. Don't want to hit him too late. There's a flag on the snap from the 48-yard line of Elmwood-Brimfield.
I don't know what they called here. Delay a game? No.
No, it wouldn't have been. They were very quick to the line. Must have been an illegal procedure. 5-yard mark off with 56.2 seconds left in
illegal
first quarter.
Substitution.
And they are at 1st and 15 now, back inside their own territory at the 47 on the near hash mark.
That play would have gained at least 5 because Houston was 4 to 5 yards into the secondary before anybody from Elmwood-Brimfield touched him.
Houston lines up at the right wing. They've got one wide receiver split out to the right. Handoff will go inside to the fullback, breaking one tackle.
Wow, what a tackle.
On that is Jake Benefield before the second Elmwood-Brimfield Trojan arrives to wrap him up.
Thomas Bowers, good open field tackle there. If Bowers doesn't get him, that young man's going 15, 20 yards down the sideline. Now it's second and about 17.
This time they will drop into a brief huddle while the quarterback Sandoval comes over to the sideline and gets the play. Substitution also coming in for Knoxville, coming into the play, will be number 15, Eric Engebretson, a junior, 170 pounds.
They have
print is almost too small for me to read.
Yeah, they have some interesting names on this, tough names to pronounce.
They run out of a wishbone formation, but they'll throw out of it. Dropping back, Sandoval's got a guy open. It's Engebretson on the right side.
Good job by Totten there to dive in front of that and deflect it out of bounds.
So it's incomplete. It'll bring up a second down now and 16 from their own 45-yard line. And they'll let the clock expire to end the first period of play. 14-0 after one in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield here in Knoxville. Glad you joined us on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. There's a website that you've obviously went to get locked up to this thing. We'll be building a Facebook page for it, and we would appreciate anything you can do, all of the several of you that are listening tonight, to help us spread the word next week.
Absolutely. Provide us feedback. Let us know how it sounds. Let us know what we can do to improve. As BJ told you in the pregame, this is new to us. This has been a week or 10 days in the works, and we're both excited as all get up to be back in the saddle, if you will. And
Brad Denny will join us for some broadcasts. He's all excited to get back on the almost radio too.
Yeah. This is better than radio. We get to more people this way.
Perkins Seedhouse, your Husqvarna dealer in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville, wishes the boys of fall the best of luck on and off the field. Stop in any of Perkins Seedhouse locations for your best deal on Husqvarna power equipment. As fall nears, crisp weather has arrived today all of a sudden.
Beautiful.
Stock up on a new Husqvarna chainsaw, leaf blower, mower, or bagger system, or snowblower to take care of any job that might be coming your way in December and January. Perkins Seedhouse, Canton, Havana, Jacksonville, your Husqvarna outdoor power equipment leader. What a job they do.
Mark, Kurt, Shannon, Nellie, great crew down there, both locations, at Canton and Havana.
Dropping back to pass, straight back in the pocket of Sandoval. He tucks it in, he'll take off and try to make something of it. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage as he got back there by Wyatt, and the 165-pounder Lane Wyatt puts on a 220-pound tackle.
Yeah, Logan,
what it seems like.
Logan Goldnick, the offensive lineman, got in Sandoval's way. Sandoval ran into him, and then that big hit came. 4th down and 15, it'll force him to punt. Tyler Houston will drop back to his own 32-yard line. Again, this time they send back two in both Totten and Wyatt. He angles it to the near side away from Wyatt going towards Totten, and it bounces nicely out of bounds inside the 20. We don't have an official coming over to mark it. One going to get it out of bounds. We don't have an official. Where's he going? He just picked it up out of bounds.
Well, now he's looking at the referee for marking, and they mark it at the 20-yard line. It really should be about the 18, but close enough, right?
That guy, that official came from the far side. Is there a short crew tonight?
No, there's 5 of them, but maybe the way the positioning was, the kick actually went away from where the crew was.
Yeah, that was awkward to see, but yeah, nonetheless, good punt, good high spiral punt into the sideline, provided no return. You can't score if you can't return it.
Elmwood-Brimfield will take over at their own 20 with 11:20 to play here in quarter number 2.
That wave of clouds looks like that could make a whole bunch of fans wet.
Very interesting, but it's moving away from us. It's off to the east right now. Flag flies as Elmwood-Brimfield pulls away from center. It comes from the far side linesman, and he will say that it is offside defense. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone for Knoxville, so a 5-yard mark off. And again, from the near hash mark, it'll be 1st down and 5 at the 25-yard line. The field looks to be in pretty good shape outside the hash marks, as you might expect. A little bit now. It's been played a lot down in the south end of the field, and it's starting to get a little bit brown-looking among the green grass. You know it's damp and wet from all this week's rain.
Oh, it's been miserable weeks worth of rain. And when it hasn't rained, it's been freezing. A little bubble screen out to the right.
Wyatt with the catch. Slips one tackle, but hanging on for dear life to make that tackle at the end is number 3.
That's Kyle Hershkovitz. He's been playing
nice job.
A little for Houston and a little for Sennenfield. He's just or Benenfield, sorry. He's rotating in and out for a few guys.
Gain up to the 29 of 4 yards brings up a 2nd down and 1 now after the 5-yard penalty, the 4-yard swing pass, then a dive up the middle for the 1st down for Elmwood-Brimfield. Out of that tight offensive formation that they have pretty much patented, that's Jake Sullenberger for a 3-yard gain to the 32-yard line.
What kind of conditioning do you think Coach Hollis has? And it'll take us a few plays to elaborate on this as quick as EB gets to the line. What kind of conditioning do you think these backs who do the majority of the workload have to be in?
Oh, they've got to be in tremendous shape. And I know they practice at this high tempo just so they can keep the high tempo going during the game. Rolling to pass right side, and Houlihan has to tuck it in, make some yardage as he slips around the right end, and then finally runs into a wave of Knoxville Blue Bullet tacklers inside the 40-yard line, still at the 38 or 9. But he did pick up 6 or 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, as you said, a slew of Blue Bullets in there to make the gang tackle.
They just kept pursuing.
But you notice though when like Wyatt takes the first play of a series, he also takes the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and then somebody will rotate in and take one, and then Wyatt's back in for 4 or 5. That's tough to do.
It is tough to do, especially this pace. No huddles to rest. Here goes Wyatt with the ball. Another first down. Still darting, dashing through the defense. Gets himself into the open field. Oh, move! Inside the 30, all the way down to the 20-yard line of Knoxville. And he had a couple of shake and bakes right there.
Somebody ought to check Houston's ankles if they're still undislocated out at the 30-yard line. Houston, he got hurt.
And he may also need a piece of under equipment that is left somewhere around the 35-yard line.
That was a fantastic juke. Gain of about 50.
All the way down to the 20-yard line of Knoxville. Elmwood-Brimfield now threatening again. They call it the red zone, down to the 9:25 mark of the first half. Littlehan will drop the pass. A jump pass. He throws almost. Oh, what an interception. It was...
I hope that's on video.
The wide receiver and the defensive back collided. The ball popped up in the air and then diving to make the interception.
Eric Engelbrechtson. Wow, I hope that shows up on replay or on YouTube. I hope that shows up somewhere. That's the play of the year so far. Engelbrechtson was coming behind the play. The ball was tipped. He dives over the two, the defensive back and the Elmwood-Brimfield player, and snags it out of the air, full-out Pete Rose action slide. That was fantastic.
So they hold at their own 3-yard line. Knoxville will take over after that interception.
That was awesome.
They run a full-house backfield. They just try to sneak and get some yards. As Sandoval goes straight ahead, and he might have got it back out to the 5. It'll bring up the second down and long.
This official down here near side standing at the 2 for that mark. He may have lost yards.
They've got him all the way out. The ball's marked just inside the 5.
Yeah, officials are confused.
So they'll put it down at the 4, and it's second down and 9. Still got a good yard to go to get up to the 5-yard line.
Hershkovich just checked in. Replaced number 10, who's not on our roster.
Now he comes all the way out to the right side. And there's just 2 backs in the formation. They turn, they hand it off. Charging hard this way. There's that Van Beveren, his first carry that I can remember. Maybe his second carry, gets it out to the 8.
That was a terrible block out on the right side by Hershkovich. All he had to do was hold his block on Wyatt there, and Van Beveren could have ran for hours.
Well, Wyatt's both slippery on offense and defense.
Yeah, that was not a very good open field block there by Hershkovich.
3rd and 4 at the 8. They've got to get out to the 12-yard line to maintain possession and move the chains here with 8:13, 8:12 in the clock running here in the first half. Pitch to Houston. Houston running out of room quickly and will go down for a loss. It'll be 4th down, and Houston will be punting out of his own end zone here.
Maybe at the very back of the end zone. Ball's on inside the 5, I believe.
But it could easily be 21-0 if it wasn't for that great interception just moments ago.
That was the best play I've seen in high school football in person in several years. That was cool to watch. I hope that shows up somewhere and I can see that again.
This score update from our good friends down in Beardstown at WRMS. Here's the punt first. A low, wobbly end-over-end kick out to the 40, near the 45. Wyatt's thinking about it. He does. Grabs it to the 45 and takes off the other way to the 30, to the 20, and pushed out of bounds near the 20 or just inside the 20-yard line of Knoxville. A 25-yard return happened just like that by Wayne Wyatt.
Engelbrechtson and Hershkovich, he just ran right around them, and that was a great move by Wyatt to pick that up. And he picked it up about the 50 and got to the 20-21, a good 30-yard return.
It's 6-0 Farmington over Beardstown at the end of the first quarter.
That's the Battle of 0-2.
Down in Beardstown.
6-3.
And I'm going to return the favor and send our score back to them.
Look at this. Right up in the shoebox, as I like to say.
20-yard line, first down and 10. Handoff to who?
Wyatt.
Wyatt gets about 3 yards. One of the big linemen, Gillis, was headed downfield looking for a safety. And you know that when he's going after a safety at 220 pounds, the big senior, it's like he's going after a steak. He's drool coming out of his mouth, and he's licking his chops, and he's ready to nail somebody. They give him no gain. They say a neat touchdown right to 20, so it's second down and 10. Handoff goes to Donovan McCoy, and McCoy will pick up maybe a couple as he forces his way into the middle of that Knoxville defensive line for a gain of maybe 3.
That better?
Thought it was lightning for a minute.
Now we can see.
The ball at the 17-yard line, 16.5, and third down and 7 yards to go with 6:43 to play here. First half, 14-0, Elmwood-Brimfield over the host Knoxville Blue Bullets. Here's a pitch. Wyatt cuts inside. He just kind of skitters along in there until he finds an opening, and he gets it down near the 10-yard line. It'll be close to first down yardage. You might actually have it.
You know what?
They do give it to him.
In watching Wyatt, he finds he follows his lead blocker. When that guy hits somebody, he goes to the next guy down the line, and he just bounces like a little jitterbug on top of water.
Well, one thing I have noticed 5 years of watching Elmwood-Brimfield football, tell you after this play is they quickly up to the line of scrimmage to the fullback Sullenberger, and he'll go inside the 10 down to about the 6, a gain of 3 or 4. Their halfbacks are taught. When they cut it up, I have for 5 years watched their halfbacks put their hand directly on the back of the blocker in front of them.
Oh, just pushing.
They're pushing him. They're making sure that they've got a good contact with him, and when that blocker goes left, they go right or vice versa.
And their feet never stop, and they don't come down on first contact either. It's a great system Hollis has in place.
There's McCoy, and he'll go into the end zone for his first touchdown tonight. Donovan McCoy took the handoff from the left side, cut across right guard, and goes 6 yards for the TD, making it 20-0 with 5:54 to play in the first half.
Knoxville has adjusted their defensive front to more of a goal line now, 5-3, and Chrisman, Benefield, and Hennepin are getting beat up at the second level. Their front five guys have to stay on the offensive lineman and block and allow their three backers to have some space and have some freedom to run and try and get to the line of scrimmage to get some of that early contact and eliminate a lot of these 10-plus yard gains.
So on for the extra point, which is good. Zach Rolling. I've had 82 I've been calling all night. It's 92. Zach Rolling. I apologize to Zach and his family.
Another stellar punter number. I like it.
And he has kicked his third extra point of the night. He'll come out here to kick off now with the score 21-0 in favor of the visiting Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans. Josh Alexander, Central Illinois Promotions, has opened up the team store on the square in Canton, right between B-Design and the movie theater. When you stop into the team store, you'll see exactly that, stuff for your favorite team. Lots of Prairieland Conference stuff, Farmington, Illini Bluffs, which is not a Prairieland school, but close to Canton, North Fulton, Lewistown, Elmwood-Brimfield stuff, all kinds of different things available. And if you don't see it in there, if you don't see the exact design you like, they've got catalogs laid out right on the table. You can take a look at it, order exactly what you want from the team store, part of Central Illinois Promotions. On the square in Canton, stop in and see them. They had some great deals today. They took a rack of jackets and said, hey, welcome to fall. Here's a sale on jackets. Come out in the front on the sidewalk. Had a little sidewalk.
You know what my favorite thing Josh does in there? He'll design a hat for you.
Design hats, absolutely.
Yeah, those are fantastic. He's going to do our KVL hats next year, him and staff.
And he's got some great shirts and coats coming for us, too, shortly. Here is the kickoff, short to the 33-yard line, having to come up quickly to try to make the catch. And finally falling on it for a nice cover is one of the up men for Knoxville.
25.
And that is Mike
Kavanaugh,
a sophomore. Starts on defense.
You know what's awesome? The smell of those ribeyes blowing up here.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Making me hungry. I hope somebody listening brings us a couple.
Back on offense come the Knoxville Blue Bullets.
Do you think it's imperative they score here?
Absolutely. They're down 3 touches to stay in this game. They've got to get back.
Not only just for confidence sake, too.
And now a quick flag comes in as they line up their 1st and 10 play from the 35-yard line.
It's an illegal formation or a false start, one of the two. Came from the side edge. He threw it towards the Knoxville backfield. False start. On the offense.
First down and 15. Now football back at the 50. 5:50 to go in the first half here from Knoxville. 21-0 Elmwood-Brimfield. Buying insurance is confusing. Making the appropriate coverage choices can be overwhelming. With a call to Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria and Farmington, your local Pekin Insurance Agency, you'll find pros who are highly qualified to assist you in the right insurance coverages for you for your individual needs and your budget. Whether you need life, health, home, auto, or business insurance, call the experts at Dempster Insurance, 682-2400 in Peoria or 245-2800 in Farmington, your Pekin Insurance Agency, for the security and peace of mind that you deserve. Going beyond the expected for you, Dempster Insurance, proudly serving Central Illinois for 50 years. There's a gain of 5 back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line by Sandoval, the quarterback.
Third time to start.
Let's say it a couple times.
Yeah. Sandoval fumbled that snap out of the shotgun, and it was kind of a busted play, and he just took off up the middle and picked up almost 6, actually.
5:18 to the half. Knoxville band on the far side of the field ready to perform here at halftime. Here comes the handoff, and Moving forward to about the 38-yard line is Jake Benefield, the fullback. Will leave them about 6 yards short of a first down.
He broke a tackle there from 54, Brian Gillis, to get Gillis had him at the line of scrimmage, and he ran through Gillis's attempt at an arm tackle.
3rd and 6 from the 39, ball on the near hash mark. Timeout going to be called here by Knoxville. I think it's a good timeout to talk about this. This is a key play with 4:54 to go. They want to get something on the board, so they've got to keep this drive alive here in the first half.
It's very important. They score here, try and hold Elmwood-Brimfield, and Knoxville gets the ball to start the second half, so this could be a difference maker here. Third and a long 5, just short of 6. They've got to get to about a football length short of the 45-yard line. The ball sits about the 39, so.
Once again, we thank the folks at Lynn Lanes. Dave Polk and his staff have another season of league bowling in progress, underway at Lynn Lanes, but it's not too late to get your team together and join in on the fun and the good time. Lynn Lanes has leagues for all ages and skill levels. Take any night of the week, pretty much, if you're,
I bowl on Wednesdays and Thursdays. You sub on Wednesdays, and you and I bowl on Thursdays. Yeah. It's fun. If
you just want to have fun with friends and family, you can visit during open bowling, too. Lynn Lanes has a terrific snack bar.
Yes, they do.
Oh, my goodness. All the items are good. I have never had anything that I didn't like from the snack bar at Lynn Lanes. Anything.
Nothing.
And in the bar, you can enjoy sports up on the flat screens, and you can argue sports with Tubby as he sits on the stool and tells you who's good and who's not. And he usually is right.
Yep.
Or you can try your luck in the Excel Entertainment slot machines. Bowling slots, great food and drink all in one place at Lynn Lanes on East Lynn and Canton. Roll on in for big-time fun. And sometimes Tubby even wins the 50-50 like he did last night.
Yes, he did.
So good for him. Out of the timeout. They're going to run it on 3rd and 6, struggling for those extra yards, trying to get the first down yardage is...
They face it to Houston, and I believe
looks like Benefield had to carry. No, it was Houston.
I thought they faked it to him. He cut back into the green and towards his sideline. If he would have stayed on his path, he went out over the left tackle, and if he would have followed the left tackle, he would have had a first down. He cut back towards the sideline, and that was the wrong move. They're going to go for it. 2
yards short, 40. That's a short 2 from the 43-yard line, and they got enough on that play that they can go for it here on 4th down. Gutsy call. Looking for that hard count, didn't get it, calls a timeout.
He about got 51 there for Elmwood-Brimfield to jump. 51 is not on my roster.
We see that a lot where they'll try the hard count on 4th and inside of 5 yards.
Everybody knows it's coming.
Everybody knows it's coming now, and occasionally it still works, but it's happening less and less where it does work.
You about have to have the team prepared to sprint up to the line of scrimmage like you're going to run a play instantly, as quick as Elmwood-Brimfield would, and then try and get away with the hard count there. If you don't, your quarterback's got to have enough wherewithal in him to take several snap counts, to take several barks, to try and get the defensive line to jump. Use that whole play clock. Act like you're truly going through a play. Sandoval there made one hard count attempt and then stood up and called timeout.
Well, if you remember early in the game, they went for the hard count and one of their own linemen jumped. Yep. Maybe they didn't want to take a chance at that. But now they're going to come out. We'll see if Houston drops back in punt formation.
He's walking back.
They play more safe route here. 4:12 to go in the half. You don't want to give Elmwood-Brimfield the ball at the 50 or the 45-yard line. It doesn't matter where you give it to them, really.
Yeah.
But the shorter the field, the more dangerous they are. 21-0 the score in favor of the Trojans. Houston back at his own 31-yard line. Will angle it towards the near sideline once again away from Totten. And that one, not quite as well done as the last one. That'll go out of bounds and be marked near the 40, would be my guess.
I think Fishman just keeps walking. This is a
37.5-yard line.
That's a generous spot because that ball was out of bounds. That was in the air and out of bounds a long time. That's a generous spot.
Well, you can see, angling each of his 4 punts so far in the first half, that Ty Houston has been coached to not kick the ball directly to the speedsters, Totten or Wyatt, who are liable to break one at any time.
And he kicks it into the short side of the field, so if he does get it to him, it sets up in his benefit.
Really trap him on the
benefit. Yeah, you try. You're going to have to make them cover a lot of ground to get across.
Look at this. Elmwood-Brimfield splits 2 men out to the right, which we rarely see. That automatically confuses the defense a little bit. Then a handoff inside to McCoy, and right where the linebacker left to go out and cover the wide receivers where McCoy cuts it up.
That's Hennepin coming across from the weak side outside linebacker to make that tackle. Good crossfield coverage there by Hennepin.
Well, he had to because, like I said, the guy that was there had to leave and go cover on the outside. So a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3. Handoff again. McCoy slips in the backfield. He'll lose 2.
Exact same play. Same formation, same play. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right in the middle of the field seems to be the most treacherous spot. And I wonder if they're going to try to keep everything outside the hash marks if they possibly can. The ball's back at the 42. It's 3rd down and about 5. They've got to get to the 47 to keep this drive going. 3:23 in the clock running left in the first half. Two guys split wide right. Out of a shotgun set is Houlihan. Houlihan to Wyatt. Wyatt skips through the defense, spins once, first down, into Knoxville territory and down near the 46-yard line. And a good run by Wyatt. Another one of those typical hard-nosed, tough Elmwood halfbacks, undersized and strong.
Yeah. Undersized for Elmwood doesn't matter. They're so quick and they're so well coached to run this offense.
From the 46-yard line, Houlihan drops the pass, swings it out right side to Wyatt. Wyatt avoids one tackle. Back down by the jersey sleeve at the 40-yard line on a gain of 6. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Good patience by Houlihan, who dropped back, looked deep right, and when he had nothing there, he went to the safety valve wide on the right wing.
I thought the far side receiver, number 82, I believe, over there, Bob Hall, lined up offside.
2nd down and a short 4 from just inside the Knoxville 40. The handoff will go to Wyatt, coming right to left. He'll cut back against the grain to the middle. They just hang on to a jersey and try to spin him down.
He just keeps spinning and
going forward, and he gets 17 more yards all the way down to the 23-yard line and 1st down and then some for the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans. Just adding up yards in a hurry. 2:28 to play here in the first half.
I have him unofficially at 97 and 2 touchdowns.
Trojans have scored 28 points each of the first 2 weeks. Snap was over the head of Houlihan. He took a couple seconds to try to corral it, and then he finally decides to fall on it at the 31 as he heard the pressure coming from behind. He heard footsteps.
Yeah, he did. 24. Blake Van
Beveren was in there quickly.
Yeah, he gets a sack for that. I got tongue twisted on Van Beveren's last name there for a minute.
About a 9-yard loss will bring up a 2nd down and 19. 2 wide receivers split to the right. They both go deep. Houlihan rolls, fires across to Totten. Totten makes the catch, and he's near the end zone, and he's marked down at the 1-yard line.
Flag in the backfield.
Flag back here. It's roughing the passer on the defense after Houlihan made the throw. Totten started all the way down the right sideline, and then he ran a post pattern. And that's when the throw came, and after he made the catch, continued across the field. Houston finally made the tackle down here at the 1-yard line.
Houlihan, the quarterback, rolled out to his right. His receiver was split out to the right and ran a post back across the green. Houlihan got out to the right and didn't see anybody open, and he kind of shot puts the ball. He jumps forward as he throws it, as awkward as that sounds. That's really what it is. He jumps into his throws, threw that back across the green. I don't know how he completed that.
Well,
he's got a stronger arm than he appears.
Slinging Sammy Baugh used to jump past.
Yeah.
From what I was told, he was around 20 years before you and I was born.
I bet Mr. Tarkenton did too.
Tarkenton had to throw a jump pass once in a while because he was about 3'9".
Well, I have to say, with all this wind here, I bet your newly acquired hairdo, I bet it just flows through.
Oh yeah, you're just bound and determined to talk about the new mullet tonight. I'm bringing the mullet back.
And you are proud of it.
PJ's becoming Billy Ray. Houlihan gives it to Sullenberger, goes inside and dives in for the touchdown. It was a late signal. And a 1-yard touchdown run for Jacob Sullenberger will make the score 27-0 with 1:40 to play in the first half.
That far line judge took about 6 hard sprint steps towards the end zone, and before he made a call there, that was.
Well, he thought maybe replay would step in and help out.
Yeah, he's on tape delay.
So Mr. Wagner makes a call from the far side of the field, and that makes it 27-0. The extra point forthcoming, that makes it 28-0.
Huh? Oh man, that was great.
Extra point is converted perfectly, 4 for 4 now tonight for Zach Rolling.
Did you get his name right?
I did.
Yeah, number 92.
I did. Wait a minute. I don't see that number on the board yet. Did they call that one no good to the left?
I thought they gave the signal it was good.
I thought so. That's when I looked down, and now I still see 27-0 on the scoreboard.
I must be hallucinating because I was watching it, and the back official on the close side gave the it's good signal, the touchdown signal,
but he was overruled.
Yeah, the replay official said no.
IV in Canton, a proud supporter of all sports and extracurricular activities at our area schools. Canton IV is open 24 hours for your convenience and never takes a day off from supplying your family's needs, except they give their employees Christmas off. Okay, so 1 day off.
Yeah, slackers.
Check out the award-winning bakery with the best bagels around or grab some great meals at the deli. I do it quite often. Chicken on Wednesdays, outstanding.
The tenderloins are good, too.
Make sure you have your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card, too. It gets you great discounts on gasoline in any area of Casey's General Store when you shop at Canton Hy-Vee. The friendly staff at Canton Hy-Vee are your neighbors, and they're there to serve you. Canton Hy-Vee on North Main in Canton. I believe I have about $1.20 on my Fuel Saver card right now. It's going to save me some money on gas.
That'll be back to where it should be priced.
Kick to the 24-yard line. Van Beveren makes the catch. He darts around one tackle. A flag comes in way back here near the kicker.
That guy's a mile away from the play. Now he just picked the flag up and threw it farther downfield. That looks like it.
The return to about the 40-yard line for Knoxville, but what is that flag for?
Blocking the back? Nope, holding on the return team.
All right.
I don't know how he sees that 30 yards behind the play, but...
So now where he randomly threw the flag at the 38 becomes the spot of the foul, and they'll mark it off 10 yards. It'll start from the 28 would be my guess.
What was funny is he threw the flag and it landed about the
45-yard line.
45, 46-yard line. Then he just picked it up and flipped it in the general vicinity of the 38-yard line. And
well, he knew where it was.
Maybe
it was against the wind and the flag toss didn't make it all the way.
Yeah.
The beanbags weren't heavy enough in the flag. So they marked it at the 28, let's call it the 29-yard line. First down, Knoxville with 1:30 left in the first half, trailing 27-0 here to Elmwood-Brimfield.
On a mysterious extra point, it was good but not given.
Here's a handoff to Van Beveren. Van Beveren running hard, gets it out over the 30-yard line near the 35 and a gain of about 5.
Brought down by number 64. Again, I must have the wrong roster. No, 64, Evan Aspel, I'm sorry. Knoxville quickly back up to the line. This is a little Elmwood-Brimfield pace. Look at Elmwood-Brimfield. Depending on how they line up, the nose guard stays put and the rest of the formation changes.
They definitely flip strong side, weak side on defense. That is for sure. One wide receiver way out to the left. Pitch to Houston. Houston circling left side. If he can meet the one man, he can get the first down. He does. And he's out over the 40-yard line before he shoved out just in front of the Elmwood-Brimfield bench.
Trying to see the young man across the field he beat on defense. It looked to be maybe Thomas Bowers across the field that got juked.
Well, if Bowers makes the play, it's a 5-yard loss. That's what I was saying. If he was able to get around Bowers, he's got a first down.
Yeah,
there was nobody behind Bowers.
Well, Bowers is much smaller than Houston. Bowers stands in about 5'6", 145, so.
Houston got it to the 40, almost the 43. We've had so many footballs marked exactly halfway between the 5-yard markers tonight.
Yeah, it's strange.
So it's the 42 and a half. First down.
Full moon.
52.2 seconds left. Hey, you know what? We've got tenths of a second on the scoreboard. I can give you half yards on the field.
The ball's at the 42 3/4.
That's right. Here comes the handoff to Van Beveren. Dives forward, leans the ball forward at the end of the play, and he's got about 5 yards.
Sandoval got thrown about 7 yards back.
And a flag comes in, and I think it's on the coaching staff of Knoxville.
Yeah.
I really do, because they were complaining again about that possibility of a late hit back there.
That was
sportsmanlike conduct. Knoxville.
That was Kyle Totten came in late and threw Sandoval 6 yards. I'm a betting man, and well, I am. I would bet Coach Hubbard may get an early exit.
If that keeps happening,
he's got to stand up for his quarterback. That was a late hit. I'm in agreement with him. That's a terrible play by the official there.
33-yard line brings up the second down and 20. With now 30 seconds in the clock running. Knoxville does have one timeout left, but with the 2nd and 20, unless they get a big play here, probably won't bother using it. They turn, handoff, pitch to Houston. Houston bobbles it, able to bring it back in. Got a couple yards, still on his feet, being chased down by Novak, and out of bounds he goes. Did they have a face mask there on the far side? Here comes a flag in late.
Yeah.
Right near the 45-yard line, it looked like his head got yanked backwards. And that's a long ways across the field from us, so we have to rely on the officials on that one.
That face mask looked to be the call there, and
personal foul against Elmwood-Brimfield. He doesn't signal face mask, but he does say personal foul, and of course the captain Benenfent comes in and says, "Add that on, please." Benenfent, Blake Benenfent.
Looking at Knoxville, I mean they're down a man tonight. Christian Maxwell, the senior, number 31, the running back and starting inside linebacker. 6'4", 200. Just imagine with him in there, this game might be different.
With that penalty tacked on to the end of the play, it puts it all the way down to the Elmwood-Brimfield 38 with still 12 seconds to play. 3 wide receivers on the right, kind of a Hail Mary formation. Sandoval tucks it in, gets forward for about 5 or 6 yards. Still got one timeout to use, I do believe. Will they use it here? They do. With 3 seconds left, they stop the clock, and they'll take one more shot at it. So these Knoxville Blue Bullets are still playing it the right way. 3 seconds to go now, and they've got a 2nd down and 6, but that doesn't matter. They're 34 yards away from the end zone.
Field goal.
They'll be 51 yards from here.
You can see Maxwell down here on the sideline in front of us in jeans and a hoodie. He didn't even dress tonight. So Okay.
Well, he's dressed. I mean, he's
yeah.
not standing around.
He's not in a birthday suit or anything. So hopefully that young
man,
man,
and a hoodie, as you said, so he's dressed. He's just not dressed in complete football gear.
Hopefully we get to see that young man play. With his size, he could be a fun running back to watch.
And if we keep talking about him, his mom's going to come up here, and we're going to need football pads.
Oh, we might. That's fine.
Hey, we can see our breath. Welcome to fall on the last week of summer.
I see what you did there.
We have about, 12th tonight? 10 days left of summer.
Yeah, after the infamous 911 yesterday.
So they have 3 wide receivers to the right. 1 running back stays in. It's Van Beveren to stand next to the quarterback and give him extra blocking support, I would imagine. From the 34-yard line with 3 seconds left, Van Beveren steps up and does make a block. Throws it to the left side. Only wide receiver on that side was Houston. And he tried to do the automatic tip drill again.
That's a terrible
pass,
though.
Incomplete, as on the coverage, Totten was right there to bat it away. And we go to the halftime locker rooms with the score 27-0 in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield.
Well, we're not going to the locker rooms.
We're not going to the locker rooms. They are.
Yeah.
You can if you want to.
I'm not.
See if they kick you out. But we'll go to halftime here with Elmwood-Brimfield on top 27-0. Tell you a little bit about a couple of our sponsors, and then we'll just take a quick break. We can do that now.
We can.
We can just take a quick break, and we'll be back here in just a few minutes. You just keep your computer stream open, and we'll be back. But first of all, before we do that, the American Grill on 5th Avenue in Canton is a great place for a great meal, a delicious home-cooked taste. The American Grill features daily lunch specials, weekend dinner specials. They now have expanded their home delivery to include Norris, Dunfermline, and St. David.
What's your favorite thing to get in there?
The American Grill?
Yeah.
The ham steak.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
I love the huge ham steak. I love it.
That's like a 2-pound ham steak. I'm a catfish fillet guy.
You are. You're the catfish guy.
Yep.
The American Grill is excited to announce the opening of a new location coming soon to Bartonville. They were shooting at December with this wet fall. I don't know if that's going to happen. We certainly hope it does, and they hope it does. Same great food, same great service, same great prices coming to Garfield Street in Bartonville in the near future. The American Grill, which also offers catering for your special events.
They'll do it. And they deliver. American
Grill, 5th Avenue in Canton. For delivery, call 647-3613. Sprint cars tomorrow night at Spoon River Speedway. Speedway wishes best of luck to all area sports teams this fall. And as our season comes to a close, we've got 3 Saturday nights left of stock car racing action, or, as I said, sprint car racing action tomorrow night. It's the MOA Sprinters coming to town, and the PowerEye Midgets will also be there, as well as the UMP Modifieds. At Spoon River Speedway, the gates open at 5, racing at 7. A fabulous show every year. It's the 30th annual Tom Knowles Memorial Sprint Car Race. Coming up the 20th and 27th, 2 weekends of stock car racing action to end the scheduled season at Spoon River Speedway this year. It's the fastest, smoothest track around. It's been a fantastic year, and we hope you can make it out to see us one of these next 3 weekends at Spoon River Speedway, 7 miles southwest of Banner on Route 24. Monocle's Pizza is home of the Family Pleaser, the perfect place to go before or after a ball game. You can give them a call, and pizza brought to you. Monocle's Pizza on 5th Avenue in Canton is a proud supporter of all area schools. Bring the family or the whole team into Monocle's for the best pizza around. They've got mouth-watering cheese and toppings, and I had ham for lunch yesterday. Oh, so good. And that delicious one-of-a-kind Monocle's crust. You can't beat Monocle's Pizza, all made from scratch by their wonderful crew. For delivery, call 647-1127. Monocle's Pizza. Hey, here's an idea. Get one tonight.
Yeah, and get the French dressing with it.
French dressing?
Yeah. A little hot sauce, French dressing. It's beautiful, man.
There you go. And one more quick before we take a short break. We'll stretch out a little bit. Perkins Seed House is your Husqvarna dealer in Canton, Nevada, Jacksonville. What?
You got a Husqvarna.
Oh, I certainly do.
Do you drive it everywhere?
I have a Husqvarna 48-inch riding mower with a 24-horsepower Kohler engine, and I have made a golf course in my yard this year with that mower because I just conveniently reach down and I change the settings and the height, and I mowed fairways and greens and
North Canton Wiffle Course.
The North Canton Wiffle Golf Club, thanks to Perkins Seed House. Stop at any of their locations. Again, they're on Lynn Street in Canton. They're on Route 97.
In Havana, on the S-curves.
And they're on Main Street in Jacksonville, their newest store. They've got everything that you could possibly want in terms of Husqvarna power equipment. As fall nears and crisp weather fills the area, stock up on your new Husqvarna chainsaw.
You know what else they sell?
Leaf blower, mower and bagger system, or snowblower to take care of any job. Perkins Seed House, Canton, Nevada, Jacksonville, your Husqvarna outdoor power equipment leader. What else do they sell?
Well, it's hunting season, so fruit plot stuff. They have the whole seed.
Well, in the season we'll absolutely talk about.
And then at the end of the season, you go down and get a big LS tractor and full of seed. But they carry those too, the big blue LS tractors.
So that's Perkins Seed House, 3 convenient locations, Canton, Havana, and
Jacksonville.
All right, we'll take a quick break here, take a timeout, take a sip of water before we get ready for the second half of tonight's game. It's 27-0 in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield over Knoxville at the half. Big yards in the first half for Lane Wyatt. As a matter of fact, we'll run down the hall and see if we can't get some stats out of somebody. If they've got anybody up here keeping them. And
I want to see a replay on that interception.
Wyatt has 2 touchdowns tonight. Third touchdown scored by Donovan McCoy, and then Jacob Sullenberger got in the act with a 1-yard dive in their last possession. So all 3 of their starting running backs have a touchdown tonight, and Kyle Totten almost does as he gets that last catch to put them down to the 1-yard line in their last touchdown.
Been a good first half for Elmwood-Brimfield. There's got to be some adjustments from the Blue Bullets, but we can talk about that when we come back at a break.
And see if we got a couple of other scores we can give you here. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of scores from south of us and not in the Prairie Land Conference, but looks to be some one-sided games. Brown County is up 24-0 on Mendon. Triope is up 22-0 at the half in their ball game tonight.
We want to thank Lori Denster-Martin, one of our sponsors for tonight's game. She said we sound good so far. It's been good and clear for her, so that's good to hear.
So it definitely was Duck's computer then, Zach.
Yeah. He's in Havana.
What does that mean?
He may not have the best reception.
Oh, okay.
Down there under the bridge.
That's not why we call him Duck. That's actually his name.
Yeah.
Not just because he's from Havana.
No.
All right.
It's fitting, though.
Last score we had on Farmington, 6-0 over Beardstown the first. Maybe Lori can get us an update on that as well. And I'm going to send an update right now with a halftime score of this game.
You ever play an instrument in the band?
No.
I'm musically inept as well.
The only instrument I knew how to play was guitar and bass, and the band didn't feature those on a marching band situation.
I could probably break a drum set.
Yes, you could.
Yeah. Yep. I have no musical ability at all. I like to tell my wife I can sing, but she vastly disagrees. I don't understand. Oh, well. Let's take a little break. Are you getting some scores? I'm
going to get some scores. We'll pass those along in just a minute. And
I'll go get some stats, and I'll see you after break.
Okay. At the half, it's Elmwood-Brimfield 27 and Knoxville nothing. You're listening to our first ever broadcast, and we call that, we use that term loosely the way we go about things, on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. We're thankful that you joined us here tonight. Looking forward to the second half, and just keep your computer right where it's at, and we'll log back in here and start chatting with you in about 3 or 4 minutes. Take a quick break here on the network.
I'd like to have a seat.
I'll trade you.
Are you all right?
No, you can have the seat for a while. Hi again, everybody. Glad you could join us online tonight. As you can hear, we can just chat.
Yep. Give me that seat.
And you can just, hang in there with us. You want that chair? Here it comes.
Here's a guy.
Here's a guy with a new chair. Look at you. I'll stand up and lean over on this counter for a while.
Don't break it.
Always one of the great things about high school football. Well, some schools even more than others, but you see 3 kids, dedicated band members, also football players, in uniform, not in the locker room at halftime, but instead out here without their helmet, in their football uniforms, playing as part of the marching band.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And
now they grab their helmets as the marching band has concluded their performance here at halftime, and they head back towards the locker room, where it is 27-0 here at the half in favor of the Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans over Knoxville. Lori just sent us a score, 6-0 still Farmington, as they are threatening to score a second touchdown in the red zone against Beardstown this evening. That game down in Beardstown and available for our friend Larry Bostwick station, WRMS.com.
Check them out.
Check them out. It's listen online right on their website, so you can do the same that you're doing with us. You can go back and forth from one game to the other if you'd like.
Or you have 2 computers up, put a headset in each ear. That'd be interesting.
Wow. That could be real confusing. What's the score? 27-14 to 6.
Yeah.
Everybody's scoring tonight.
Oh, man. It is good to be back.
Central Illinois Promotions and the Team Store is located on the square in Canton between B Design and the movie theater. Josh Alexander and his crew have a full setup in that store. You take a look at all the different lines of clothing available, shorts for your physical education class, and they've got T-shirts, all kinds of spirit wear, and they design hats. They will help you design jerseys. They'll take a quote on an entire team They'll do whatever you need down there at the Central Illinois Promotions, the team store on the square in Canton between B-Design and the movie theater. And also talk about all the things Central Illinois Promotions can do. They can make you trophies and certificates and all kinds of stuff. Great addition to the square in Canton. It's the team store presented by Central Illinois Promotions. A big thank you to Lori Martin at Dempster Insurance for her sponsorship and support of our new little network here. Buying insurance is certainly confusing. Making the appropriate coverage choices can be absolutely overwhelming. With a call to Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria and Farmington, your local Pekin Insurance Agency, you'll find professionals who are highly qualified to assist you in finding the right insurance coverage for your individual needs and budget. Whether you need life, health, home, auto, or business insurance, call the knowledgeable experts at Dempster Insurance, 682-2400 in Peoria, 245-2800 in Farmington, your Pekin Insurance Agency for the security and peace of mind that you deserve, going beyond and the expected for you. Dempster Insurance, proudly serving the Central Illinois area for over 50 years. Along with Dempster Insurance and CIP, the team store, we thank Monocle's Pizza, Spoon River Speedway, the American Grill, Perkins Seed House, Hy-Vee, and Lynn Lane for making it possible. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this stuff because getting the online stuff isn't free, and the gasoline to get here isn't free, and all this equipment we're using. And a big thank you to the Peoria Rivermen for letting me borrow some of their stuff to broadcast with here tonight.
Yeah, just so we get up and on our feet and functional again. And we are back in the saddle. We're going to make a good go at this. And
I almost broke into Gene Autry when you did that.
And
back in the saddle again, but I don't think people want to hear that.
No, I don't. And the other thing is you can look for us to do some high school basketball, especially girls basketball. Yep. That girls basketball in this whole Central Illinois area is fantastic.
And the possibilities are endless for this online sports broadcasting. You could find us at a Spoon River College baseball or softball game.
You might hear us doing golf.
No.
You have to be real.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But I made a contact this week with the coaching staff at Eureka College. We've did a couple of Eureka Knox games, and they're interested in having us do a couple of games for them. So we'll talk about that next week.
We've got some stuff in the works. A couple of basketball tournaments that we've covered before, and one would be a new one.
And if you know it's from Fulton County, you're saying Eureka. Well, Eureka has recruited a lot of kids from Fulton County onto their football program.
A lot of Prairie Land.
And all across the Prairie Land, absolutely. And all across the Middle Illini. They've got a kicker from Pekin. They've got kids from Morton on the team this year. And there's been Canton kids in that Eureka team in the past. And there's it's a good mix of athletes that they have. And Coach Barth at Eureka College is really giving the kids who may not meet Division I talent but want to continue playing football on a competitive level for a couple more years after high school. Those kids can go over there. Why not? Go over there and have a great time and play some ball.
Anything you can do anymore to help pay for that education, because it's not cheap. Not by any chance.
Well, and to make the education even that much more fun is, you know what? After school, I have football practice, just like I did in high school.
Yeah, yep. Now you got weights. See the difference between high school and college, even at Eureka level or any level for that matter. It borderlines job, so you really got to love it and want to do it because it's 11 months a year. You get a month or so off a year in every sport, but it's fun, and I did it, you did it, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
No, and when I was doing it, we were still doing 2 and 3 sports in high school and sometimes even in college. And you know what? I missed that. I understand why kids will say, oh, you know what, I'm best in this sport, so I'm going to concentrate on it fully. But there's just something special about those 3-sport kids.
I did it.
I switched from football to basketball to baseball. All my classmates did the same. In the winter, some of them might have wrestled, or some of them might have ran track. But at a small school, and it's similar in size to what the Prairie Land Conference schools are, I'd like to see more of it even in the big schools where the kids aren't having to decide too early which sport they want to focus on.
Part of that's on parents, too. I mean, the parents push them to want to be good in this or want to be good in
some cases, maybe also some coaches maybe want to say, you know what, I'd really like to have you.
Yeah. But
don't get hurt playing football.
And at that point, even at your freshman year in high school, when you're I don't want to say forced to, but you make those decisions, you commit to it, and that becomes a full-time job in its own right because you're preparing.
And there is an absolutely solid debate for only doing one sport as opposed to 3. And those are debates that will never have a right answer. It's just my opinion.
It's a matter of opinion.
But if you can play 2 or 3, do it.
I think it hurts a lot of small schools when some of their best athletes pick one sport or another.
Well, and you know what? The experience of high school, part of it is the extracurricular stuff. There, it's third time charm again. And all I've had tonight is one bottle of sparkling ice, and I haven't even broke into my straight Centralia purified water yet.
I thought that almost said citronella. I was going to say, well, you try that water first. Bugs don't get you.
I do like the 3 sports as part of high school. They'd asked me to be in the plays. I wasn't a very good singer, but they asked me to be in the choir. That's part of the high school experience.
It's getting deep in here. I did not do plays and I did not do choir. You have a different.
I had to cross dress in one high school play.
Well, so that you just carried that on. Now you got some.
Yeah, every once in a while. What the heck?
The 8 inches rolling off the back of your hair is just disturbing. I don't know.
You don't like the mullets, do you?
No, you could see that well down past your hat line, your helmet, if you wore one.
This is coming from a guy who's got a beard the color of a common squirrel.
I don't know what do I say to that? Common squirrel, that's great.
27-0 going to the second half. Here we go. Elmwood going to kick. The Elmwood Trojans kicking from right to left. And Knoxville Blue Bullets take the kick at the 30, running straight forward with it up to the 40-yard line before being hauled down. For the Blue Bullets.
Yellow shoes. That's Blake, 24.
Look like Colton Mason, a sophomore, number 35.
No.
Yeah, with the yellow shoes.
Fine. There's a flag on the play, too. It's 41-yard line. I wonder what this is going to be. We'll see what.
I would guess it'd be a penalty.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's not an inadvertent flag because the referees are talking about a face mask.
Another face mask on the return on Elmwood-Brimfield, and they'll mark it off. It'll be first down in almost. It's just a 5-yard mark off, so almost into Elmwood-Brimfield territory. Knoxville will start just outside their own 45-yard line. Wearing their home blue uniforms with the old gold numerals trimmed in white. They've got navy all the way down. Helmet, jersey, pants.
Shoes.
Meanwhile, Elmwood-Brimfield wears black football pants. They have white jerseys, black numbers trimmed in orange. Here's the quarterback, Sandoval, on the first play. Keeps it, dives forward, tripped up right at midfield, and slips into Elmwood-Brimfield territory at the 48-yard line, gained about 7 yards.
Watch how number 54, Brian Gillis, the inside linebacker, he's been lining up now at kind of a split end or defensive tackle. Watch how close to the helmet of the offensive lineman in front of him he gets. He's going to be, if you're Gillis now, he's left of the center.
Yep.
Top side of the formation here on the defensive side. And
here he
comes. Can see him.
He's right up close.
Now he's back a little bit there. It looked like he was offside last play. Hand off to, who is that, 44, is Benefield.
Benefield, the fullback, takes it in. Inside the 45. Should be a first down. Just shy, actually. They mark it right at the 45. So they've got inches to go. 3rd and inches here for Knoxville. I'll tell you what. Gillis wears that number 54. He's added about 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. He's one of these kids that lives in a weight room. And when compared to the size of all the guys around him, he looks like Urlacher. And he's got the right number on to do it.
Yeah, he does. He does. And he kind of plays like Urlacher.
He does.
Loose and free.
Twin setbacks behind the quarterback, Sandoval, who faked the handoff and then kept it. He may not have first down yardage. I mean, he was stacked up right at the line of scrimmage, and Wilbur was right there to meet him.
53 was in as well on that play.
John Wilbur, the 6', 200-pound junior, stood him straight up.
Nick McCoy as well in on that.
Look at this. They had to get about 6 inches over the stripe. They were about 3 inches on this side of the stripe, and now they're on the stripe on 4th down.
Now the nose of the ball, the first white line going across the ball at the front end of the leaf is on the white line. That's description.
Man, I'm telling you what, you could fall for it for a first down, but the defense may not cooperate.
No. That's number 3, Hershkovich, split out wide, top of the formation.
3 setbacks behind the quarterback.
They got it.
And more. First down and more. Just what you always are oftentimes see in that situation with 4th and short. You load everybody up against the line, and Blake Van Beveren almost busted all the way, ends up picking 10 yards up to the 35-yard line of Elmwood-Brimfield.
He needed 4 inches and got about 260. You're trying to do the math.
I'm doing the math in my head.
I don't know. I was close. Ball's at the 36-yard line.
So
about half a football short of it.
10 yards is 30 feet. 30 times 12 is 360 plus about 420 inches.
I was close. Halfway there. He got the first down.
He did. And now they come up with 1 wide receiver way out to the left, 2 backs behind the quarterback. 3rd guy through is the flanker, Van Beveren. He breaks it into the defensive backfield. Outlaw. Totten was the last guy there. Totten held him up long enough so somebody else could come and help, but not until 24, Van Beveren gets all the way down to the 3-yard line of Elmwood-Brimfield, a gain of 32 yards. They had twin setbacks behind the quarterback. There was a fake to the fullback, and then coming from the left flanker position, Van Beveren had all the lead blocking in front of him, and it paid off. A big hole in a 32-yard game.
That's 2 plays in a row they've done that. I think Wyatt was in on that tackle a mile downfield there.
Let's get 33 yards. They marked it at the 2-yard line, first and goal. Knoxville looking for their first touchdown of the night. With a 27-0 score here, it's Van Beveren again, pounding, lowering the head, getting into the end zone, touchdown, Blue Bullets, the home team's on the board.
They found a weakness. The left side of the offensive line, or the defensive line there for the Trojans is getting overpowered by the right side of the offensive line for the Blue Bullets. So that's something that they may look to exploit going forward. Even if they get beat, they got something to build on.
Well, they had 3 very successful plays in a row, and I like the way Blake Van Beveren, the junior, runs. I also like the way Ty Houston, the other junior, runs. But he's more of a stand-up runner, speed guy, and Van Beveren is not afraid to lower the shoulder and go right over the top.
Now, both the McCoy, I don't know if they're brothers, Donovan and Nick, the left ends and tackles, if you will, on the side of that formation for the Trojans are just getting dealt.
Well, but remember, they're strong and weak, so Wilbur was on the weak side. He had flipped over.
Yeah, they flipped. You're right. So that's Wilbur and McCoy.
What do we have here? Illegal substitution on the offense, and they'll back it up 5 yards and replay the down for the extra point all the way back to the 8.
You know why this is my favorite time of the year? The Spoon River Drive's coming up.
Why is that your favorite time of the year?
Because it's like a 2-week smorgasbord.
You know what I think of it as?
2
weeks to drive 28 miles an hour on state highways.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm sorry, but I get road rage with the old Spoon River traffic jam comes about. It's not the Spoon River Drive, it's a Spoon River stop.
Yeah, that's about right. The Spoon River stall. It's
a Spoon River car lot. Extra point kick will now come back from the 15, making it 25 yards. Good old-fashioned straight-on kick by Ty Houston, and he right through the middle. Pounds it through. It's 27-7 with 9:03 to go in the third quarter.
Who did that remind you of?
Mark Mosley. What, who are you going to say?
I don't know. Who's the guy that used to have the old square toe?
Mark Mosley from Redskins.
No.
You realize that Mark Mosley, a straight-on kicker, was the MVP of the National Football League one year?
Well, that league was awful.
It was awful. And he was the most potent weapon in the league. He kicked like 4 field goals a game average. It was
terrible.
Ridiculous.
That shouldn't
But look it up. Mark Mosley, most valuable player. Check it out.
That shouldn't happen.
Check my stats.
What I can say is the young lady in the video department down here to our right, a couple doors down, is going to send us a video clip of that interception. They have an end zone camera up there, and then they also have the camera up here in the booth, and we're going to put that on our Facebook page.
Oh, man.
Our first highlight of the year.
That'd be awesome.
That's
Blake
Hennon cool.
made a diving, sprawling interception, diving over 2 guys with the ball in midair. It was beautiful.
We'll get that Facebook page built this weekend or Monday.
You won't see a better play on Saturdays or Sundays.
No, that was amazing. And she said that is at the beginning of the second quarter. She's going to find that and email me that 10-second clip. That's going to be cool to watch. 9:03
to play in the third quarter, and Knoxville has come out, taking the opening drive of the second half, and charged down the field with 3 big runs. Van Beveren gets it into the end zone, makes it 27-7.
That's weak.
And here comes Houston with a kick and a big booming kickoff we haven't seen all night, all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Wow. He ate his Wheaties at halftime.
Ty Houston tried to kick that one to Houston.
It was like an 87-yard kickoff. A young man out there, Van Beveren, trying to get the crowd pumped up. He came off waving the arms, and we'll see if that gets a little momentum.
This is a young Knoxville team. Can't talk about that enough. They've got 3 seniors on the whole roster. They've been a solid team for years, and they're not going to be very bad by the end of this year. They're going to be pretty darn good. They're playing all juniors.
I got to have a pep talk with that cheerleader down there.
What's the matter?
She was trying to throw me a shirt, and the arm strength for that 17-yard throw just wasn't there.
That's a long way to throw a shirt. You know, it's not just 17 yards. It's up 15 yards, too.
We've got to have it.
First play of the second half for the Trojans, and it's a handoff to Wyatt, and he loses a yard, making it 2nd down and 11.
Crowd's starting to rile up down in front of us. I see these young fellows down here in front of us with Steelers jackets on. They can't be very happy right now.
All right, I stand corrected on a call I made earlier with the yellow shoes. It was Mike Kavanaugh, not Colton Mason, but Kavanaugh made that nice kick return. He's out there playing defense now. I think he switched shoes at halftime because I didn't recognize those in the first half. Did you see those?
I saw yellow shoes, but he was in and out a lot with Hershkovich. That pass was deflected, almost intercepted in the secondary.
And that 2nd down and 10 pass was intended for Kyle Totten out on the right side, and Gabe Sandoval came over on the coverage and got a tip on it. 3rd down and 10. Elmwood-Brimfield at their own 20-yard line. Elmwood-Brimfield opened the season by beating a very solid, at least they were last year, a great team from Mercer County. This year, of course, they lost a lot of those seniors, and Elmwood-Brimfield beat them by a score of 28-0 as Lane Wyatt comes over the left side. Missed more than one tackle, but he's just short of the first down. He missed getting the first down yards by a yard out to the 29. It's 4th down and 1.
Kyle Totten pointing at the sideline saying, let's go for it, Coach. This is a tough place to go for it.
Well, I think Totten's also the punter.
Yeah.
And he's asking what you're going to do, and they are going to drop back in punt formation here on 4th and 1. So it's 28-0 over Mercer County in Week 1. Week 2 against a very good Anawan-Weathersfield team. It was 28-28 late in the fourth quarter before the Titans scored late to beat Elmwood-Brimfield 35-28. It's been a long time since the Trojans have had a loss this early in the year.
First punt of the game for Totten.
And it bounces at the 45 of Knoxville.
Wow, what a roll.
Houston lets it go, and it rolls all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Blue Bullets. They'll take over from there. 44-yard punt, 0 on the return.
You're going to make me spit Diet Mountain Dew everywhere.
Thank all the folks that are helping to make this possible here on the brand new Spoon River Online Sports Network. We've got CIP, the Team Store, Dempster Insurance, Lynn Lanes, your Canton Hy-Vee, Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville, the American Grill in Canton, and coming soon to Bartonville, Spoon River Speedway, and Monocle's Pizza. Thank you very much. We look to add more sponsors next week. Talk to a lot of folks who are looking to jump on board and help us out.
That's going to be fun. We're going to grow that sponsor list. And
first play of this drive is a handoff right up the middle of the fullback, Jake Benefield. He charges forward for 5.
We're going to continue to bring you fun Prairie Land action and maybe a little college action. And who knows?
When you log on to that website tonight, you could see our whole schedule there. And that's tentative. We may have to make a change here and there, but there are 7 games that we had to plan, get on the schedule there. We'll cover some football playoffs as well.
It's going to be a fun season. We're just kind of doing things early. We don't have to answer to anybody.
No, we don't, which is scary. 2nd down and 4 to 36.
They aren't the boss of me.
Here's a handoff again to the fullback, Benefield. He forward near the 40, and a flag comes in very late.
Late hit, probably.
And it'll be 3rd down and very short.
Let's see what's going on here.
It's either a hold on the offense or a personal foul on the defense, and it's a personal foul on the defense. Not necessarily a late hit, but it was a personal foul one way or the other. And with the mark-off, that's going to be a 1st down for Knoxville, and they'll be back in Elmwood-Brimfield territory. Mark it off from the end of the run at the 40. So I'm looking at the 45 of Elmwood-Brimfield if this gentleman marks off 15 correctly, which he does beautifully.
The survey says he knew how to take 15 steps. He got it. This is a big momentum swing here. Knoxville scores. This game could change quickly.
I need the name of that guy. Next time there's a bags tournament, we'll have him mark it off for us because he obviously can.
Yeah, it was funny the last couple of years watching football games. You get some shorter officials.
17-yard penalty, 22-yard penalty.
Yeah, and they take 11 steps to go 10 yards. There goes Sam.
And on the option. This rare option play, he pulled it back out of the fullback's stomach and kept it and rolled around the right side for another 1st down run of about 13, 14 yards.
He did that in the first half, too. It got the same gain. And you notice they're running into the weak side over the right side of their offensive line, which you've got in front of you. The right side of that offensive line is just owning the weak side defense here.
Center Blake Hennenfent, junior guard Dan Corbin, junior tackle Logan Golnick.
They're running at the freshman Warren. That's who they keep running at. And they ran over him again.
Van Beveren, 1st down and fumbles. It's going to be picked up by Sullenberger at the 15. He is spun down inside his own 10, but it's a 1st down, Elmwood-Brimfield. Van Beveren had the 1st down, but the ball popped loose.
Briefly.
2nd turnover for Knoxville. I think it was out before he went down, to be honest with you. But you know what they're doing? They're lining up strong side left, which means that that's the side of the defense that Elmwood-Brimfield takes their strong side to that side, and they're running back to the weak side, and it's been very successful. We'll see if Elmwood-Brimfield changes that up next time out.
They're running over Lester and Warren, the junior and freshman.
Actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong one. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It was Wilbur.
I'm new.
New. So Elmwood-Brimfield takes back over after holding there on the turnover.
That's a killer.
And it's a 5-yard gain for Sullenberger out to the 14-yard line. They've got to get to the 19 for 15-yard line. They get near the 20 for a 1st down. It's 2nd down and 5. Here's a handoff inside to Wyatt. He falls forward with a gain of about 3 or 4. I checked that. That was Donovan McCoy. It'll be 3rd down and a yard at the 19.
I was in there on the tackle. That young man is everywhere tonight.
A captain on this team as a junior. That says something right there. Tight formation again. One guy split out wide to the right. Handoff goes to Wyatt. Look out. Here he goes. Breaks one tackle, breaks another. And they finally pull him down just on the other side of midfield as Ty Houston and number 3, Kyle Hershkowitz, combined to make the tackle. But a gain of 36 down to the 48-yard line of Knoxville. And Lane Wyatt continues to add up the yards. And again, the Trojans are in blue bullet territory. One wide receiver split out way wide to the right. Rolling that way is Houlihan. Looking for Wyatt actually down the middle of the field. Now Houlihan keeps it, charges inside the 40 to about the 38, almost got the first down. Boy, when he turned it up, showed some good speed.
Yes, he did. And that young man can fly as well. A lot of speed, a lot of quickness on this Elmwood-Brimfield Trojan team. What Knoxville has to do, when the first man, like on the last play that Wyatt had 36 on, Houston was the first man there. The second guy came in with Sandoval. Sandoval's got to try and strip that ball.
Ball's on the far hash mark, double tight end set. They split one of the backs out wide to the right in a flanker spot. Here comes Houlihan. Hands it off inside to Sullenberger. He's got the first down. Still driving forward, keeping those legs churning down to about the 36 before being pushed to the turf, and it's first down Elmwood-Brimfield.
Chrisman, the first one there, and then gang tackled by about 14 of the Knoxville Blue Bullet defenders.
Well, that would be wrong.
Yeah,
that would be too many guys.
Yeah. Tackled by a lot of them. Chrisman had him by the ankles and stood him up, but after the first down.
Ball's on the 36-yard line of Knoxville. It's first down Elmwood-Brimfield with 4:18 to play in the third quarter. The only score in this third quarter has been on the Knoxville side by Van Beveren. It's 27-7 after a 27-0 halftime score. There's Houlihan over the middle. Nice shot. Just fired a laser into Kyle Totten. He makes the catch and the first down at the 24-yard line. Big time pass.
Yes, it was. And great route there by Totten. Totten split out wide, top side of the field and top side of the formation. And he got to 10 yards, and as he broke the route crisply inside, the pass was there waiting for him.
Totten splits out wide right. Handoff goes to McCoy. McCoy lowers the head, gets inside the 20-yard line to the 19, and he picked up about 5. Good, tough running by Donovan McCoy, a 175-pound senior for the Trojans.
One thing I noticed that Elmwood-Brimfield receivers do better than the Knoxville Blue Bullet receivers tonight is they hold their blocks and finish them out till the whistle. Knoxville's had a couple receivers get beat.
Mark the knee down to 20, so we'll call it 2nd and 6. Quick pass right side. Wyatt in space. First down and more. Inside the 10. Near the goal line. Brought down at about the 2. Lane Wyatt can get from the 20-yard line to the 2 in just that quick.
Yeah. I think we could outrun him.
Here's how you do it. You take the words just that quick and you eliminate the spaces and you type it out just that quick. And that's how he moves.
He does. Young man for 5'6", 165. He's not very big by Jimmy standards. I
knew this press box so far back. There's a track on the outside of the football field, and the press box sits way behind the track. Here's a handoff and a touchdown scored by Sullenberger. Jake Sullenberger, second of the night, makes it 33-7. I knew, the field has about 10 yards in the track, and then 5 yards in a fence, and then the bleachers, and then us. So we're way back here.
We're 30 yards from the field, 35 yards from the field.
I'll bring binoculars because that'll help. Neither one of us has bothered to pick up the binoculars.
No. Nope, sure haven't. It's not like we're 6,000 yards away. We're not in the 32nd row of the upper deck.
See these?
Those are binoculars.
These are thick glasses.
Yeah.
Any old help I can get.
Well.
On for the extra point. It's on the way.
Wide
it is
left.
No good. Wide left on the kick by Zach Rowling.
Crispin came in off the right edge. If I got a piece of that, maybe he did with the way that Doug Snort went.
So Rowling's 3 for 5 tonight. It's 33-7 with 3:18 to go in the third period.
You're keeping track at home.
Thank you, Tape Play. Time for you to join in the fun at Lynn Lanes. Another season of league bowling is underway. It's not too late to get your team together to join in the good times at Lynn Lanes, featuring leagues for all ages and skill levels. Or if you just want to have fun with friends and family, you can visit during open bowling as well. Lynn Lanes has a terrific snack bar with all kinds of great food. And in the bar, enjoy sports on the flat screens or try your luck on the Excel Entertainment slot machine. Bowling, slots, great food and drink, all in one place. Lynn Lanes on East Lynn Street in Canton. Roll on in for some big-time fun.
I do all of that every Wednesday and Thursday. I try the snack bar. I lose on the slot machines, and then I go home.
And you watch sports on the TV.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here we go for the kickoff here. 33-7 in favor of the Trojans now as they've matched the Knoxville touchdown, but they missed their extra point.
That was a devastating fumble from Van Beveren on that last series. That could have turned the game. Yeah.
and a short pooch kick inside the 40, and a nice play made over there by Isaiah Hollingsworth, just a freshman, showed a lot of confidence to go grab that ball and step out of bounds.
He picked that up on the bounce. He took one step out of bounds. Now they're going to start with the ball at the 40.
Or is that number 3? It looked like I couldn't tell.
You're right. You're right.
Was it Hershkowitz?
Yeah.
Or was it Hollingsworth?
No, it was Hershkowitz. 3.
Okay, Hershkowitz made the play. Yeah, I gave the freshman all sorts of credit, and he's going to say, yeah.
Yeah. Hooray, never mind.
First down at the 40-yard line for Knoxville. They split 2 receivers out to the left. Twin setbacks behind the quarterback, Sandoval. He hands off to Houston. Wow. Houston breaks a tackle, drives forward. Some good, hard running tonight by the Knoxville Blue Bullet Juniors. I am really impressed. Ty Houston went through Cameron Passy and Brian Gillis, and Kyle Totten finally held on for the tackle, but not until he gets a first down at midfield. Houston's tough, and so is Van Beveren.
Now, if you're Knoxville, do you run into the far side of the field, which is the weak side at Elmwood? That's been the strategy the last few series.
Hershkowitz comes way down here to the bottom of the formation on the right side. The ball's in the far hash. Give it to Van Beveren. He breaks a tackle. He's into the secondary to the 40, 35, and down inside the 30 before being brought down to the 28-yard line. A flag comes in as he's tackled.
And that's I'm very frustrated at Hershkowitz's lack of attempt at blocking there.
If he stays with the block and Van Beveren's allowed to kick it outside, what's Van Beveren? Is he hurt?
I don't know. Is he thrown out? Sorry, that was kind of descriptive, but that's what it looks like.
He's bending over, and maybe he's just stretching it looks like he might have a calf cramp, perhaps. 22-yard gain and a first down all the way down to the 28-yard line. He's going to check out. Mike Cavanaugh comes in. But a big run by Van Beveren. Yeah, he's starting to cramp up. He just sat down behind the bench, and they're going to go to work on that left leg.
Thankfully, he's not hurt.
That was a big-time run. And like you said, one more good block on the outside, he goes all the way. Totten stayed with it, though, and shrugged off the blocker and made the tackle.
Hershkowitz scared of contact on the offensive side. He'll hit you defensively.
Actually, 32 yards down to the 18. I was 10 yards off. And now on the first play, on first down from the 18-yard line, Bowers comes up and makes a big play, and he catches Houston in the backfield for a big loss.
Yeah, Houston didn't have any help out there.
Thomas Bowers shot through from cornerback, dedicated himself totally to the run on that play, and caused a 4-yard loss back to the 21.
It's tough for any running back when you've got a defensive back in the backfield 4 yards deep before you can get to the corner.
Second down and long now. Well, they give him actually a benefit of the doubt on the spot. It's about 2nd and 13. Could have been a lot worse. Might I recommend these new ice cubes? They're flavored like kiwi strawberry.
I could smell the strawberry.
I chew gum while I broadcast.
They're not ice cubes, though.
It's totally against the rules.
They're gum cubes.
But I'm doing it right now. Flags fly.
You're the boss of you.
Illegal procedure against Knoxville, so they'll be pushed back 5 yards further to make it second down and a long 17 now. Houston jogs over to the sideline, as does Eric Engebretson. He's in there. Engebretson and Houston both go back. Did they give Sandoval a break and they came and got the play instead?
I believe so, yes.
Good plan.
It worked.
Van Beveren, who has their touchdown here in the half and has a couple of big runs, is still on the sideline. He's trying to get some liquid there. He's trying to rehydrate.
I found out what they need to do. They need to fill one of those water bottles with salt water because you lose too much salt, and that's what causes you to cramp. As weird as that sounds.
Rolling right Sandoval avoids the pressure, fires it downfield, and Totten slides in front of the intended receiver for a great interception.
Wow.
The ball was underthrown by just a little bit. It was a little bit too short for Houston, who was down at the 2-yard line, and Totten came into about 4-yard line, slid, and made a nice catch.
Yeah, he did. That was a great diving interception from Totten there. As you said, he came across the formation. He was beat. If the throw's on target, if the throw's deep enough into territory where Houston was, it's a touchdown, but he got underthrown, and he stepped in front of that pass. And
you know how some of these Major League outfielders will tuck one leg underneath and then kind of slide into a catch at an angle?
Yeah, that's just what he did. Like he's diving towards the foul, the foul line. Into foul territory, into the wall.
And Kyle Totten just did something that in 25 years of baseball, Manny Ramirez never did once.
No, but
make a catch.
Manny Ramirez did something Kyle Totten never did. He went into the Green Monster.
Take steroids?
No, he went into the Green Monster in the middle of an inning and relieved himself. Kyle Totten's never done that.
Well, that's Manny being Manny. Manny was an idiot. Let's just say it. Here's a handoff inside. Wyatt breaks through. Sollenberger, check that. He's still going forward. He's still pounding. He's breaking free of the tackler. He's out to the 25, almost to the 30-yard line. What a tough run by the fullback.
He took a gain of 4 and had enough drive and determination. Now they're doing a lane change. Had enough drive and determination to get out to the 27-yard line. Now there's 13.
11 new players come on the field for Elmwood-Brimfield. Coach Hollis wanted to see that offense go out there and respond, and they did. A 28-yard run by Sollenberger out to the, a 24-yard run out to the 28.
I said 13 because 2 Knoxville players came in as well. I actually know how many players are on each side.
All right, now we got to go to the lineup sheet that I don't have. See who's in there for Elmwood-Brimfield. In the first play, with the second string offense in there, is a pitch to number 32, Corey Hart.
That looks like a rugby skirmish.
And the obligatory is Corey Hart wearing his sunglasses at night reference comes out, and Corey gains about 5 yards out to the 33. Second down and 5. Look at this. Offense is taught all this way from junior high on up. They all play the same exact formation. Jack McKinty is now the quarterback.
Therein lies why Elmwood-Brimfield succeeds at the varsity level, whereas a lot of area schools do not, because parents coach at the JFL levels in some areas.
Jason Harkness, wearing number 45, that his
brother
wore, absolutely, comes in. He's now at left halfback. After that last run, it's 3rd and 2. Didn't get the number of that ball carry. We'll try to get it this time as he gets up from the bottom of the pile. Should be enough for the first down. I think I went to the fullback that
Let me get the spectacles out, because I may need them.
No, that was Harkness that carried the ball. So in his first play in there, Jackson Harkness is his name, 5'9", 200-pound sophomore. And it'll be first down at the Knoxville 38-yard line at the end of the third quarter as time expires here, with the score 33-7. It was 27-0 at halftime. Knoxville outscores Elmwood-Brimfield 7-6 in that period, but it's going to take more than that, as it's still a 4-touchdown lead still for Elmwood-Brimfield. Hy-Vee in Canton is a proud supporter of all sports and extracurricular activities at our area schools. Canton Hy-Vee is open 24 hours a day for your convenience. Check out the award-winning bakery with the best bagels around. They actually won some awards with those bagels. They were voted best tasting.
I like the Asiago cream cheese one.
Very good.
Delicious.
Grab some great meals at the deli as well. Make sure you have your Hy-Vee Fuel Saver card, too, which gets you great discounts on gasoline at any area Casey's General Store when you shop at your Canton Hy-Vee. For a great meal with a delicious home-cooked taste, head to the American Grill on 5th Avenue in Canton. The grill features daily lunch specials, weekend dinner specials. They now have expanded their home delivery service to include Norris, Dunfermline, and St. David. And the American Grill is excited to announce the opening of a new location coming soon to Bartonville. Same great food, same great service, same great prices. Coming soon to Garfield Street in Bartonville. The American Grill. For delivery, call 647-3613. First down play, first play of the fourth quarter. Fumble for Elmwood-Brimfield is a fumble on 1st and 10. The sticks were way, way off.
That was number 32, Corey Hart, with the fumble.
But they keep possession. Maybe it was 3rd and 1. Okay, now it's first down at the 46. I thought the sticks were confused. It's first down at the 46-yard line for Elmwood-Brimfield. Turn, pitch.
42 with the carry.
About a yard gain before being dragged down by a shirt collar of Sam Marinsick, 5'10", 140-pound sophomore. He got a yard, 2nd and 9. 11:30 to go in the game, and it's 33-7 Elmwood-Brimfield, and their second-string offense is on the field, moving the ball forward. There's a handoff to Hart. He goes down for no gain.
He got dump trucked there by number 44, Jake Benefel, in the backfield.
3rd down and 10 yards to go from their own. I'll make it 3rd and almost 11 as they mark it back at the 45 of Elmwood-Brimfield. Trojans have to get to the Blue Bullets 44 to keep it moving. Here's a pitch.
Good block by the quarterback.
He's got a first down as he dives over the 45 of Knoxville to the 43. First down, Elmwood-Brimfield. And you said that the quarterback, McKinty, made the block.
Yeah, he blocked Benefort. That plays 10-yard loss, easy.
So it's another first down. They wait for the sticks to set, and Elmwood-Brimfield's already at the line of scrimmage. I think the second offense is faster than the first one.
Well, they've had a half of rest.
Hand off up the middle, driving forward, keeping the legs moving is the new fullback in there. All the way down near first down, and he's one of the defensive starters, Colton Fales, 5'8", 195.
One thing he didn't do there is fail.
He did not. He succeeded in moving the chains once again down to the 32-yard line of Knoxville. Elmwood-Brimfield on the move with 10.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pitch goes to, I believe that'll be
Hart,
and he stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Chrisman in there, and number 77 in there as well, the freshman Tanner Warren.
I'll be generous and give him about half a yard, 2nd down and 9 from the 31-yard line, and look at those Trojans up the line of scrimmage. Before the official can even spot the ball, they're ready to go. McKenty will roll right and pass, fires it behind the intended receiver. That is Zach Rowling, the kicker, who is playing the right end position, and it's 3rd down and long.
Making sure you didn't put like black lipstick around the edge of these to make it look like a fool. One thing there that McKenty did, rolled out right and threw back across his body to a receiver through left, and you got to lead your receiver, son. You can't throw back against it. He'll get better. Young kid.
3rd down and 9, 10 minutes to go. Handoff up inside to Fales, and Fales spins off the tackle. He's down near 1st down yardage, and he's got it.
You can see the Knoxville Blue Bullet interior linemen. Now that I can see it with the, you brought up the binoculars, so now I'm using them, but they're tackling everybody in front of them. They're just guessing.
Grabbing the lineman nearest to him. 21-yard line, 1st down, Elmwood-Brimfield. 21 yards away from pay dirt. Handoff goes inside to Fales, and again, for the 2nd straight play, he's turned around but continues moving his legs backwards and turning over the goal line, picks up another 6 or 7 yards, and flag comes in.
Face mask, I believe? No. What was that signal?
I'll have to see it again. The preliminary signal was vague.
He grabbed the back of his head.
It is unsportsmanlike conduct, is that call on the defense?
I didn't recognize that one.
I like the other call that I said better. The preliminary signal was vague. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the NFL out there. We don't know what they're thinking, these officials.
No.
1st down at the 7.
Here's Fales on the carry.
And he'll take it all the way down near the goal line before being stood up and pushed back at about the 2. What a good hard run by Colton Fales. He's had 3 or 4 of them here.
These young offensive linemen on the 2nd unit are impressive, just like the first crew. I can't imagine trying to fight for playing time.
Practice is going to be interesting next week because this is still the first-string Knoxville defense out there.
Yeah.
So they're running against the same defense the starters run against. There's a 2nd down play, and Hart goes nowhere. He stopped at the line of scrimmage just a yard shy of the end zone, so it's 3rd and goal.
Well, in fairness to Knoxville, a lot of these kids that are in right now are seniors.
Elmwood-Brimfield, yeah, they've got a lot of seniors out this year.
Yeah, about 60.
And there's a handoff inside to Fales. Fales dives into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's got to be about the whole senior class playing football.
Dirtiest jersey out there on offense is the guy that's been playing defense all night. He just punched it in to make the score 39-7 in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield with 8:49 to play.
And Fales just a junior, so he's worked his tail off to even get in the lineup. But see, the only junior that starts on defense. 10 seniors and Colton Fales start on the defensive side of the ball. That's pretty impressive. That young man's done well in Coach Hollis' eyes. See if the extra point makes it. Let's see if he goes 4 for
6. No, they block it right up the middle. Van Beveren cramping up and everything. Look at him. He's limping off the field, but he charged right through the middle, got a big paw up there and blocked it. 39-7.
Yes, he did.
8:49 to play. Let's tell you about Perkins Seed House, your Husqvarna dealer in Canton, Havana, and Jacksonville. Visit the boys out at your Husqvarna dealer. They wish the boys of fall the best of luck on and off the field. Stop into any of the Perkins Seed House locations for your best deal on Husqvarna power equipment. Chainsaw, leaf blower, mower, mower with a bagger system, snow blower, zero turns, riding mowers, push mowers. They got them all. Take care of any job, too. Perkins Seed House in Canton, Havana, Jacksonville, your Husqvarna outdoor power equipment leader.
Farmington just scored again. Now they lead 22-0. They're wearing Beardstown down, as Wilder Martin tells us.
Good. We'll have Farmington next week hosting these Knoxville Blue Bullets.
Beardstown is starting 11 kids both ways. Wow. Either there's no depth in Beardstown or...
Well, I tell you what, I talked to Larry this week, Larry Bostwick from the Beardstown radio station. He said there are 26 kids out for football.
And 15 of them don't see the field.
And 60 out for soccer in Beardstown. They play in a soccer conference against schools like Jacksonville and Springfield, Lamphere, and some of those schools down there.
Yeah, but that's wild. Beardstown in years past had numbers and great big kids, and they must be way down. Hence the 0-2 start.
Short pop-up kick by Zach Rowling and a fair catch, which is legal on a kickoff or a punt by Kyle Herskowitz. Catches it and holds on at the 36, and Knoxville will take over from there.
Beardstown hasn't even close in a game yet. They got outstruck by South Fulton Co-op 47-14, and then they lost to Rushville 29-6 last week. So they've
and those are two schools, by the way, from the Prairie Land Black Conference. Rushville is the team that moved when Bushnell Prairie City joined up with West Prairie this year to form that co-op. They moved up to the big school division, and Rushville moved down to the black school division.
What do they call this?
Scioto is the hometown for West Prairie. It's over west of Macomb.
Okay.
There's Ty Houston with the carry. On first down from the 36, gets it up to the 37. Actually, it's northwest of Macomb. You want to be technical.
First string defense still in, majority of it in for Elmwood-Brimfield. You're seeing some fresh white jerseys. Number 3 just checked in, McKenty. Evidently, he's going to do some free safety work.
Yep. Backup quarterback, backup free safety. Second down and 8 at the 33-yard line.
He's a tall quarterback, 6'2", 170. Maybe I bet he gets a pick if they throw it. That's my.
You calling that right now?
I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here.
All right, here come the Blue Bullets with double tight end and a full house backfield behind the quarterback Sandoval. Gives it to the last guy, Van Beveren. Van Beveren backs it up, moves forward, and gets out to about the 42-yard line, bringing up the third down and about 3.
Fails, and newly checked in, number 38, Matthew Durantis on the tackle.
Third down, let's call it a short 3. They mark it almost to the 44. They've got to get to the 46 or so for a first down here, and we have 7:45 on the clock. 39-7 in favor of the Trojans, who are looking to move to 2-1 on the season. They'll be 1-0, of course, in the Prairie Land Blue Division.
Keep an eye on 55 in the middle there, Cameron Passick. He keeps grabbing his left hand in between plays, and he stood up there on that play. Handoff
went to Van Beveren. He didn't get anywhere. As coming up from the bottom of that pile is 84 Jake Harlow in there. Makes the tackle, and it's 4th down and 1. Nice play by Harlow, just 155 pounds playing D-line.
Nose tackle. I've seen that in a lot of big schools use a really small nose tackle.
Maybe Harlow was a linebacker because I see at the nose still looks like Nick McCoy's in there.
4-man front right now for the Trojans.
7 minutes to play.
84 is out here, you were saying. He's at the left end now. Now they come up to a 5-man front.
Left end, 155 pounds on defense. Here's a handoff on 4th and 1. He'll get the first down and more. Here comes Houston to the 45, to the 40 of the Trojans, to the 35 as he lowers the shoulder.
Now I'll give that young man out here on the outside, number 5, Jackson Lewis, came up and actually set a block as a receiver. Good for, I'm sorry, that was 3.
That was the man. Hershkovich did a good job that time.
Maybe he hurt me. I don't know.
And in your defense, you're not old and it's not your eyes. These numbers are hard to read from a distance.
They both are. But what I've noticed with Elmwood-Brimfield as the game has progressed, they come up in a 4-man front, and then the inside linebacker, 54, Brian Gillis, goes to strong side, and he comes up into like a hybrid tackle position. This play he didn't do it.
Strong left on the formation. They run to the right. They give it to Benefield, and he gets about 2 yards from the Elmwood-Brimfield 35 is where that play started, and they put him down at about the 33. Second down and 8. And what they've done then, Jason, if that's what Gillis is doing to get him out of the play, they send him to the strong side. Or if Elmwood-Brimfield lines him up strong side, that's why Knoxville is having success running to the weak side, because that middle linebacker is committed to one side of the formation.
Yeah, and Gillis is a big boy in the middle backer spot. So he's
staying back the last couple plays.
He does it. He's been doing it more on 3rd and 4th down.
All right, here's a handoff inside, trying to bounce it out. Ooh, big hit, stood up and dropped back the other way, and that was Jackson Harkness that made the hit on the ball carrier. Benefield stood him up, rolled him backwards, knocked him down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
We can hear that up here.
And I believe Harkness is actually in there for Gillis, 45 for 54. And your slight and very rare dyslexia may be getting to you.
You can see the back judge there that it's heading back to the back of the play now. The line judge, I'm sorry, having a little conversation with Sean Wilbur.
Here's a pitch to Van Beveren, circling right, cuts it up the middle. He gets stood up and rolled and sent back the other way. Brad Demon, the 185-pound senior, plays tight end on offense, was on the front of that pile. 1 yard gain down to the 29, makes it 4th down and 4. They'll go for it.
They have to now. Hershkovich splitting out far side. The wide receiver didn't even get in the huddle. Hershkovich just took off top of the formation and set up. I don't know if he's aggravated or already knew the play.
Well, I'm assuming he's going to be part of the play this time. On 4th and 4, they're going to need to take a look to possibly throw it to him. The Sandoval turns. No, they'll hand off, and coming back this way against the grain is Houston. Cuts back, first down, lowers his shoulder down to the 20-yard line, gained about 9. Nice run. Solid blocking up front. And a good play for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. An injury, however, behind the play and grasping his left arm is 62 Shane Thompson, a 220-pound junior. He's in some pain, but he won't come off the field.
I can respect that. The young man plays through it. I like.
See what he's doing? He keeps lifting that left. I don't know if it's his shoulder or.
I hope his shoulder didn't pop out. Now that'd be painful.
He comes right back up to the left tackle position. He's not leaving.
I don't blame him. I can respect that with a kid. He play through it. I like that.
Sandoval on the keeper. He faked it to the fullback and tried to follow him through the hole. Gets it inside the 20 to about the 19. Still plenty of time for Knoxville to put one on the board here with 3:50 to play. 39-7. Be a nice little moral victory for them to put 2 touchdowns up against Elmwood-Brimfield here in the second half.
Oh, the fumble really killed their momentum.
Yeah, another good drive going. They sure did.
Yeah, they fumbled inside the red zone. At the end of that play, he was about the 18-yard line. Was Van Beveren?
That was midway through the third quarter, and a good pop made that ball.
That would have been potentially 27-4, pending extra point and everything else. 2nd
and 9, just inside the 20. Van Beveren with the ball, right tackle, and he'll gain another 4 as he dives forward to near the 15. They'll mark him down, I would imagine, around the 16. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 6.
44 in on the tackle.
As I mentioned, we'll have these Blue Bullets on our Spoon River online sports network again next week when they travel to Farmington to play the Farmers, who are looking to pick up their first win of the season tonight with a big lead over Beardstown in the 3rd period.
That'd be a big win. Yeah, first win of the year, first win for their coach. On another note, let me read this. I just got an update sent to me.
Okay.
Canton is tied at half with Washington 13-13.
Well, good for Canton.
Wow. Canton off to a good start, 2-0.
The handoff to Houston. They're standing up with 3 tacklers and driving back, and a flag comes in late after the play, and I didn't really see anything flag-worthy.
I didn't either.
Just good, hard football on both sides. And if they're going to call that a late hit, then you need to blow the whistle quicker.
Or throw the flag a lot quicker.
You know what? I don't like that particular personal foul call. It was just 3 guys playing hard football made the tackle.
That's how the whole game has been. It's been hard fought each way.
So from the 15, half the distance of the goal, we'll give Knoxville a first down at the 7, 6, 5-yard line. He's got to come back this way.
4-3-2-1.
Yeah, 7.5, 8, 7, 8.
Niner. No.
2:31 to play. First down and goal for Knoxville at the 8-yard line after that personal foul called against the Elmwood-Brimfield defense. There's been some calls tonight that on that particular personal foul type call were legit, and some that weren't.
That one wasn't. They're going to score here.
They're saying
from
behind.
I lied.
He is grabbed and shoved to the ground by big number 75 for the Trojans, Darren Novak, a 6'3", 195-pound sophomore.
That's a big boy coming up through the ranks too.
Brad, a 6'7", 280-pound junior, is still right there. Well, he was in the middle of that line, but he's finally out of the game now, and they've got their second-string defense.
In breaking news, they're not going to score that play.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm just helping a guy out here.
1:45 to play. Ball at the 11-yard line. Down here on the near side, on the bottom of the formation, split wide with Kyle Herskowitz. They have a strong side formation with the tight end on the left side as well. Coming in motion that way is Houston. He'll take the pitch, and it's definitely a strong side play. Cuts back, got a wave of blockers in front of him inside the 5, and pushed back, but they'll give him forward progress to about the 5-yard line, I would guess.
At the 5-yard line there, Houston ran into a problem.
Very nice.
See what I did there?
Yeah, Tom Hanks is proud.
Yep.
Apollo 13, baby. 5-yard line, minute 12, clock running, all timeouts available to Knoxville if they choose to take them here to try to punch this into the end zone.
I would get one for moral victory. End game on a high note.
3rd and goal. And no rush here inside of a minute. You know what? I kind of like the fact that they're not taking timeouts and both teams are just playing the game.
Punt.
No. I go for a score, but you don't have to take timeouts to do it here. The game has been decided long ago.
Yeah.
Here's a handoff.
We're going to have one more.
And down to the 3-yard line brings up a 4th down. On the carry that time was was Mike Cavanaugh.
Team Yellow Shoe.
30 seconds left, clock running, 4th down and goal at the 3.
Get one more play. See if they can score and end on a high note.
Sandoval gets the call from the sideline, jogs back to the huddle. Here he comes up to the line of scrimmage. They run double tight end this time. A wingman on the right side and twin setbacks side by side behind the quarterback Sandoval. He'll hand it. Met in the backfield is Houston as Harkness read the play, and he didn't make the tackle. He hit him so hard he bounced off him, but 2 other Elmwood-Brimfield Trojans right there to make the final tackle, and that's how that drive will end at the 4-yard line with 8 seconds left. They have to stop the clock to reset the chains and a change of possession, so Elmwood-Brimfield will take a knee, and this one will be over. But good effort there by Knoxville at the end. A nice drive down the field.
It was, and the fumble in the early part of the third quarter after Knoxville scored their first possession of the second half killed them. Van Beveren was unfortunate, and he fumbled down in the red zone, and that changed the whole momentum because the Trojans were able to turn around on that very next drive and stick one in, and that's at least a 14-point momentum swing there, and eventually it became more.
And a big play right there by Jackson Harkness to make the stop. He shot through there and made contact with Houston. It was a high-speed wreck.
Yeah, he blew everything up.
With 8 seconds left, McKenzie takes a knee. They wind the clock, and that'll be the end of it. Final score of this game tonight will be Elmwood-Brimfield 39, Knoxville 7. 27-0 at the half. Knoxville scored first in the second half as Van Beveren got the Blue Bullets on the board. And then Elmwood-Brimfield answered with a touchdown in the third quarter, scored one early in the fourth to end the scoring here tonight as the Knoxville kids jog to midfield. Elmwood-Brimfield does the same and handshakes across the way. Well-played football game tonight. I mean, it's as one-sided as it appears in the scoreboard, and statistically you'll see that Elmwood-Brimfield was dominant in yards.
Yeah.
But Knoxville acquitted themselves quite well for having mostly juniors on the field tonight. Elmwood-Brimfield, Coach Hollis will be happy with the way his kids play too.
Yeah, they will. I mean, they start 3 underclassmen on the defensive side of the ball, and that defense is going to improve. They lose 1 kid on the defensive side of the ball coming back next year, and that's an O lineman, and they're easier to replace in a skill position per se, or a D lineman rather. Excuse me, but they've got a real good chance going forward to really develop some continuity and some functionality on defense, and that's the side I focus on most tonight. But I think they're going to be vastly improved as the season goes into the next year.
And Elmwood-Brimfield will be right up there battling for the playoffs. They've got 1-0 mark in league, 2-1 right now. It was really nice to see Lane White, senior, who's tormented every team in Prairieland for the last couple of years. As he's coming through the line, he's the first kid through the line, and every Knoxville coach not only shook his hand, but patted him on the back of the helmet. A couple of them gave him a hug. Always good to see.
He had about 100, roughly unofficially, obviously, about 150 yards. So 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he took the last 10 or 12 minutes of the game off. So could have easily been 2 and a quarter if this game were to have been closer.
Yep. Good game tonight, 39-7 the final. Not indicative of how much fun we had.
No, it's good to be back, and we're a little rusty per se, but we're going to get this going again, and it's a definite passion of both of ours, and we're going to take this online streaming and run with it. And thanks for the company to partner with us and make that possible.
Yep, and we'll have all the information on Facebook. Again, we'll try to get that word spread of how you can find these games. Tell your friends about it. It's audioonlinesports.net, and you can find a thing that says Spoon River is the name of our
network. In alphabetical order.
And we're channel number 22 when you click on it.
Audiosportsonline.net, and then we are the Spoon River.
Is it Audio Online Sports or Audio Sports Online?
Audiosportsonline.net. Then we are about 3/4 of the way down the page under Spoon River, and you'll find us there in our schedule and all of our information.
And that's where you keep it and you link it. Well, you guys all know that because you're doing it, but tell your friends to do it.
Yep. Share it on your Facebook page.
All right. Got to mention some of our sponsors. Again, a big thank you to all the folks that have helped us out here. Spoon River Speedway, wishing best of luck to all area sports teams this fall. As this racing season comes to a close, we invite you to come out and spend a Saturday night with us here in the month of September at the track. Tomorrow night, it is the annual Tom Knowles Memorial Racing for Sprint Cars and Midgets, the 30th annual Tom Knowles Memorial. The Sprint Cars from MOA, the Midgets from Power Eye will join our UMP Modifieds to put on a huge open-wheel show tomorrow night at Spoon River Speedway, 7 miles southwest of Banner on Route 24. Brad Denny's been out there working on the track. He obviously couldn't get out on the track with all that rain early in the week. You look at all the rain we had by Wednesday, no way you're going to get a track ready, right?
Had over 6 inches of rain between Monday and Wednesday.
Brad and Maury went out there. They've been working on it. They've been grading it. Some folks went out and looked at it today. Track looks great, ready to roll for the races tomorrow night. Hopefully the weather cooperates.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that little drizzle we dealt with for a few minutes.
Tonight didn't do anything. No harm.
It shouldn't
have. So get out to Spoon River Speedway tomorrow night to watch those sprint cars because it's going to be a great, great show. Perkins Seed House, we thank them for all their support. Monocle's Pizza, thanks to Jim Carter and his crew for all their support. Central Illinois Promotions and the Team Store on the Square in Canton, right between B Design and the movie theater. They're going to provide some of our little active wear.
Our evening wear.
But stop and see Josh and his gang down there at CIP, the Team Store on the Square. Take a look at all the different items they have. They will custom design things for you, from hats to even socks. You can have logos put on socks if you want your school logo on there.
And then you can be like the kids and wear socks with sandals, which I despise.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's better than looking at your feet in those sandals, I'll tell you that.
Or wearing,
you need to wear
or wearing a flat bill.
No, flat bill's got to go. I agree with you on that 100%. 100%. So stop and see the folks at CIP, the Team Store, and thank them for sponsoring as well. And also thanks to Dempster Insurance. You know, buying insurance is confusing. Making the appropriate coverage choices can be overwhelming. With just a simple call to Dempster Insurance Agency in Peoria and Farmington, your local Pekin insurance agent, you will find professionals who are highly qualified to assist you in finding the right insurance coverages for your individual needs and budgets. Whether you need life, health, auto, home, or business, call the knowledgeable experts at Dempster Insurance, 682-2400 in Peoria, 245-2800 in Farmington. Your Pekin Insurance Agency for the security and peace of mind that you deserve, going beyond the expected for you. Dempster Insurance, proudly serving Central Illinois for 50 years.
That's a long time.
A big thank you as well to Dave Fulton and the staff at Lynn Lanes for their support of our coverage of our games. Also to Tom Benoit and his staff at Hy-Vee, Jim Carter and the gang at Monocles, Kim Newbert and her gang at American Girl. Thanks to all of you. Spoon River Speedway, Perkins Seed House, Lynn Lanes, Hy-Vee, Dempster Insurance, CIP, the Team Store, American Girl, Monocles. We'll have more sponsors next week. All of these sponsors will be with us next week. We appreciate all the support. It's been great to be back broadcasting football. You know where we deserve to be every Friday night? In a Prairie Land press box somewhere. I really like the Prairie Land press box.
That's been routine.
Always good hospitality.
Several years now.
Good luck to Brad Denny tonight. My brother from another mother is racing down at Lincoln Speedway. Hopefully things are going well for him down there, and he'll join us for these games as well. Thanks, Rock, for driving up here with me tonight. You had to do the GPS navigation because I can't find Knoxville on my own.
Yeah. We high-speed turns. That's what I was after.
High-speed turns.
I told you that there earlier in the week.
We should have named the part of the network high-speed turns.
Yeah, we've got to get back in the Charger and take turns faster than we should.
Final score game here tonight, 39-7 in favor of Elmwood-Brimfield over Knoxville. Elmwood-Brimfield moves to 2-1 on the season, 1-0 in Blue Division play. Knoxville falls to 1-2, and they are 0-1 in the Blue Division. One quick update on another Blue Division game that we've been following tonight, and that is, of course, the Farmington Farmers.
They were 20-0.
22-0. Farmington leading Beardstown in the second half of that game, so Farmington should be winning their first game of the year tonight as well.
I got to say something quickly. That's kind of cool. Coach Hollis, all the parents are in a big circle with the players, and they're all having a group discussion over there. I can't imagine that going well after a loss, though. Yeah, but that's nothing wrong with that. A little camaraderie down there. Thanks to the folks at Knoxville for all their hospitality tonight and setting us up in a beautiful press box at their beautiful facility that they have. I love this place. They even have a heater. We didn't have to use it tonight, but they have a heater. In a couple of weeks we might have to if it stays like this.
We'll be back in week 8 against South Fulton.
It'll be 42 below by then at this pace.
Thanks for listening to our first broadcast on Spoon River Online Sports Network. Feel free to critique us in any way possible.
Yes, please.
We appreciate it.
Please.
Use whatever words you want to. I like variety. 39-7 the final here tonight. Thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week from Farmington as the Farmers host these Knoxville Blue Bullets. We'll have the coverage for you right here on the Spoon River Online Sports Network. Everybody have a great night.